Righty, and welcome everyone to London Heathrow, a very miserable London Heathrow, I will say. I mean, these conditions are treacherous. Welcome along everyone, we hope you're all keeping very, very well. Despite these horrid conditions, you've got a 777 for departure. And it disappears the aircraft. It is absolutely invisible from us when it gets to a distance. But a very warm welcome to everyone joining us live at London Heathrow. Welcome along Michael Singh, Astro Explorer Tony joining us from Croatia. Welcome along John Warren. Good morning to you, Tim. Good morning. We hope you're keeping well, Tim. Zohair, good morning to you. And MC, good morning. Saying looks a bit murky in London. It definitely is. I mean, the weather here is absolutely rubbish. It's pouring down. We've got a bit of a breeze here as well. It's pretty cold as well. I'll try and give you some weather info, obviously throughout the show, but it's going to be very, very difficult to access any of the electronics in this weather. We've got all the protectors on, but as you can tell, I mean, the weather is absolutely terrible. I think this is the A320 One World livery of British Airways, by the looks of it. Looks to be the CEO. We'll check it up now. We've got the Singapore A380 that's just taxiing now as well. So yes, it is the One World jet. It is flight number BA834, heading to Dublin. This A320 200 with the red Golf Echo Uniform Yankee Sierra. So yes, off Dublin this One World jet will go. You can see there the windsock nice and lively today. We've also got the A380. I do apologise. I am going to have to clean the lens a couple of times during the stream. That's just to obviously clean off the wet moisture that's building up on the camera lens because of this terrible weather. I mean, it is the UK, isn't it? So kind of expected. There it is. After the One World special goes, we have got a special list of aircrafts that we're expecting to see during today's show. That is, if we can make it the whole duration without getting these electronics damaged. Here's the A380. I mean, the weather is absolutely rubbish. It's, you know, getting foggy, it's getting rainy. It's yeah, the whole lot really. Tevin, good afternoon to you. Welcome along. Saying visibility is very low. It is. It's just the terrible weather, isn't it? Tim saying, watch your footing there in those conditions. Tenny, it looks rather nasty. Yeah, we're obviously keeping protected. At least trying to. There's the BA380 and 27 left. But yeah, we've got all of the protectors on. So yeah, as long as everything is performing as we want it to, then we should be all right. But yes, runway 27 right for the departing aircraft actions today. And it will be 27 left for the arrivals. Now they will alternate after 3 PM. That is the UK time, GMT. But of course, I don't think we'll be staying for that long. And Duggo, welcome along. We hope you're keeping well. Casper, welcome along. Good morning. Saying can't stay for too warm, but stay warm at H. No worries, Casper. And yeah, trying our best here. Let's see. Yeah, Julian Gavin joining us today. Welcome along, Julian Gavin. Saying thanks for braving the wet weather. No worries. As long as we can provide content that's actually interesting to watch. I mean, you know, we've got some very interesting conditions here, so it should make for some interesting actions on 27 right. But yeah. trying our best here, that's all we can say. There's a Singapore 380, but jump in the queue looks to be this A320. Now it will be flight number BA852 heading to Prague, the A320 200 with the Reg Golf Echo uniform Yankee India. There goes the A320. You can just see how poor the visibility is, especially when it gets further down the runway. We did just catch a glimpse of the BA Battleworld livery, but with all of these protectors I can barely even see my own camera screen, so don't think we actually caught that on the camera. But I can tell you we have got the BA Battleworld jet that we will be seeing depart later on today. Of course, it's just arrived, so should be on schedule to feature during our show. Just going to make sure these protectors are not covering the screen. There it is, back again. Let's see, there's a special. That's the LOT Polish Airlines 737. That's going to be the MAX 8 with the Polish, I think it's the Independence livery. I think that's what they call it. Oh no, this protector is terrible. Alright, let's see. I do apologise, guys. The Singapore 380 is on the runway now. We're not going to miss this, wherever that might be. There you are. So this is going to be the Singapore 380 heading to Singapore, of course. Flight number SQ317, the A380 800 with the Reg 9 Victor Sierra Kilo uniform. And watch this absolutely soak in wet spray. Now at this point, I'm not even sure where the aircraft has gone. The wet spray that it's just left behind is absolutely amazing. Oh, how mega. How was the A380 headed to Singapore, of course. We have got quite the bunch of A380s during today's show. You've got the Qatar, the Etihad, the Emirates A380s, and also a few British Airways A380s too. I think one of them was heading to, was it Miami? And then the other was Dubai. I did slot them on the list on our page. But, oh, this is actually BA852 by the looks of it. I think I read the information on the previous British Airways A320 wrong. Anyway, this is BA852 heading to Prague, the A320 200. And let's see, Clive saying good morning, Danny. Massive thanks for getting in Heathrow with such conditions. How was your journey? My journey was pretty okay. I mean, plenty of water on the motorway, I will tell you that, but no traffic, which is a positive. I mean, you know, the road to London obviously hosts a lot of traffic on the way there and also back. But no, it was pretty pleasant. It wasn't too bad. Just enjoying the wet sprays and thinking, how was I going to protect this? Or our equipment here at London Heathrow when we're filming. But yeah, thanks for asking, Clive, and welcome along. Good morning. Generally it was okay. Harry, welcome along. We hope you're keeping well. Let's see, Doug was saying, what sort of weather do you like to watch planes land and depart? I do like it when it rains. I don't like getting wet, but I do like watching the wet sprays, especially on the bigger aircrafts. And Loco, good morning to you. We hope you're keeping well. Ariane, good morning. Devon saying insane water spray. Let's see, Leo saying show us Air Mauritius. If that is going to be our next departure, then yeah, no worries. That looks to be an A320neo, but I will check on the radar. In fact, it is already moving, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to be an A320neo, flight number BA676, heading to Istanbul with the reg Golf Tango Tango November Hotel. Off that 320neo goes. Obviously rocketing out of London Heathrow, wasn't it? You've got the special Star Alliance United jet here, and actually I think this might be the one that we're expecting to see later on today. We've got a 777-200 of United with the Star Alliance due in later on. We've got a lot of Polish Airlines 737 MAX 8 on the runway now. This is flight number LO282 heading to Warsaw. The 737 MAX 8 with the reg Sierra Papa Lima Victor Delta has got the Polish Independence livery. Off it goes. One of the few 737s we see here. I mean, as soon as they start rotating, you can just see they become barely visible with all of the wet spray they absolutely throw off. I think that's the Brussels Airlines A320 in front. Now, I'm not sure what the aircraft behind was. Was it Tunisia, I think? Can't quite remember. I think it was Tunisia in their 320neo. But on the runway, it's going to be Vietnam Airlines with their 787-9 Dreamliner with the reg Victor November Alpha 862. And it's this aircraft right here with flight number VN50 heading to Ho Chi Minh City. Now it's expecting to arrive there at 6:50 in the morning. It's a 9-year-old sorry, not 9, it's an 8-year-old 787. There's so much water on this phone screen, I can't even see it. But yes, an 8-year-old 787, and it should be heading to Ho Chi Minh City very, very soon. I'm guessing gathering the clearance before it actually begins roaring off, leaving a nice wet spray behind. I think I'll quickly clean the lens. There you are. Hopefully that's a bit better. The rain has sort of calmed down. I can't quite feel any, but I've got a hood on, of course, so it's going to be a bit hard for me to hear it. Look at that, absolutely just launching away. Look at that, we've got the Virgin Atlantic 330. Let's see how this one does. It's going to be the 330-300. There it is. Hear that roar. That was flight number VS129 heading to Tampa. The A330-300 with the Edge Golf Victor Uniform Foxtrot Oscar GVUFO. I do apologise if I'm a bit late with checking the live chat. There are just so many actions here. I've got to manage quite a few things at the same time and also give out the aircraft information, but I do promise that I will get around to all of you. This is flight number AA137 heading to Los Angeles. It's the 777-300ER with the Edge November 717 Alpha November. Now, Thuo, good morning to you over in Nairobi, Kenya. We hope you're doing very well. Mika, welcome along, saying stream hype. Let's see, Babzar, good morning. We hope you're keeping well. Arif joining us from Dubai, welcome. And let's see, that's Wagner. Is that Vicentine? I do apologize if I mispronounced that, but welcome along from Brazil. I mean, look at that, it doesn't get better than this, although it might not be the best of visibility. Look at that wet spray. That's pretty much a free car clean, isn't it? Just launching all of the wet spray on the traffic to its right hand side. There's a Cathay jet just lining up now. Selena, greetings to you, saying please stay warm. Yeah, we'll try my best, Selena, but welcome along. We hope you're doing well. Elite saying weather warning today, aren't I excited? We've got a weather warning tomorrow as well, and we will be live for some Bristol airport actions. It's got a short runway and it is prone to quite a few go-arounds, so make sure to check that out. Obviously we'll tell you about that during probably the end of today's show. John Morris, Merry Christmas to you. We hope you're keeping well. Kiwinus, good morning to you, Kiwinus. We hope you're keeping well as well. How are you doing, Kiwinus? So flight number CX252 heading to Hong Kong. That is the Cathay Pacific 777-300ER with the Reg Bravo Kilo Quebec Kilo. Look at that wing fluff. You get the contrails, the wing fluff, the water spray, you get the whole package. Now I was going to give you a weather update, but we've got a Virgin Atlantic 350. Now if this one holds and doesn't go for an immediate departure, then I can probably slot it in, but no, it's not. Come on, A350, you can do better than that. Anyway, we'll get some info after the departure. It's the A350-1000 of VA. I mean, look at that. Absolute beauty. That's Virgin Jet. Not on my radar just yet. There it is. VS 103 for that Virgin Atlantic A350 1000 heading to Atlanta. Got the Brussels jet on the runway. Now the reg of that Virgin jet was Golf Victor Romeo November Bravo. Now the weather for London Heathrow at the moment. We have got wind blowing 190 degrees at 12 knots. We've got 2 ceiling of clouds, 1 broken at 800 feet and overcast at 2,000 feet. We've got weather set as light rain, and the sun is actually appearing, but we have got some very, very dark grey clouds heading our way. We've got visibility of 7 kilometers and temperatures of 10 degrees Celsius. Now that's the weather update for now. I will keep you updated, obviously where I can, just trying to slot in the weather info once we get all of this traffic. So flight number SN2094 heading to Brussels is this Brussels Airlines A320-200/CEO with the reg Oscar Tango Charlie Quebec. Now it's a 20-year-old aircraft with the new Brussels livery. It was registered in September 2003 and it was just 20 minutes later than expected for its departure. We should get a BA 320, I think it is, or a Lufthansa 320 Neo as our next departure. We'll just have to wait and see. Keeping us, it is relatively gusty. You can see the windsock in action. And Chiron, good morning to you. We hope you're doing well, Chiron. Love this polka dot livery, it looks really, really nice. Bit shaky. There you go. Doing an amazing job with the departure, and the British Airways behind was not wasting any time. Hi, I'm not Jerry.
Oh, where is he?
Pardon? I'm not sure. We're not with him.
Oh, you're a different one.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So it's the A320-200 of British Airways. BA 740 heading to Geneva with the reg Golf Echo Uniform Yankee November. And that's the A320 for you off to Geneva. BA 740s. Now we will have the Lufthansa 320 Neo heading to Frankfurt. There it is, just lining up on the runway now. The reg of this jet is going to be Delta Alpha India November Kilo, or DAINK. Flight number LH903, and this is a 5-year-old A320 Neo, registered in July 2018. Got a BA 777 somewhere around here. There it is. Just in front of me now is a 777-200 taxiing to 27 right. Kiwiness with a 5 gifted Aviation Hunters membership. Really appreciate that, Kiwiness. Really generous of you. Amazing. Really appreciate that. Aviation Lover saying nice and busy at London Heathrow today. Yeah, it is. It's the usual really, but much busier than that of our last stream, I'll tell you that. Definitely feels that way. Yeah, John Warren saying weather seems to have cleared up a lot. Yes, it has. A bit better now, I will say. You can actually see my camera. It's Ariane, the gifting does happen randomly. Alright, so off to Frankfurt goes this 320 Neo, roaring away. Look at that, I mean, full speed out of London Heathrow, 27 right. I mean, these aircrafts definitely want to get away from London Heathrow with this weather. Here's the Cathay jet on the ground now. Let's see, now I might as well take out my phone protector. That way I can actually read the chat properly without any issues. There you are. Got it in my pocket just in case it starts pouring down again, which I fear is going to be in about 5 or 10 minutes or so. But I'll read you all the special list of aircrafts that we're expecting to see today. So the special list for today, that is as long as we stream for the amount of time we're expecting. So we had the Singapore A380, we had the Vietnam jet, we've got BA285 for the British Airways A380 heading to San Francisco. We've got QF10, that's going to be a Qantas 7879 Dreamliner heading to Perth. We've got Thai Airways and their 777-300ER with flight number TG911 heading to Bangkok. We'll have BA1308, as I said, which will be the British Airways A320 Neo with a Better World livery, heading to Aberdeen. UA4 for the United Airlines 777-200ER heading to Houston. That's with the Special Star Alliance livery, which I believe is the one I've got views of. We've got EK9944 for the Emirates Sky Cargo 777 freighter heading to Brussels. BA107 for the British Airways A380 heading to Dubai. BA67 for the British Airways Boeing 777-200ER heading to Philadelphia with the Great Festival of Creativity livery. EK2 for the Emirates A380 heading to Dubai. EY20 for the Etihad Airways A380 heading to Abu Dhabi. And QR4 for the Qatar Airways A380 heading to Doha. So those are some of the sort of special departures that we're expecting to see during the course of this show. We've got the 777 on the move now, info on it after it lifts off. Off that 777 goes. Amazing. There's the United 787 just pushing back now to the old livery as well. Some info as promised on that 777 that just departed. That was flight number BA173 for the British Airways 777-200ER heading to New York JFK with the Reg Golf Victor India Sierra. Now that 777 was 24 years of age, registered in March 1999, and is just 15 minutes later than expected for its departure. It will be travelling a total of 5,551 kilometres over to New York JFK, and it's expected to arrive at 2:25. That is obviously the time in New York JFK. Now I'm wondering what our next departure is going to be. Just a fire truck crossing the viewpoint. Let's see. I mean, you've got these two aircrafts on the ground. I think the one behind was probably an arrival. Let's check. No, it was. It's a Swiss A320 Neo. It's got no destination whatsoever. It says it's going to be departing, but I think that's actually being moved somewhere. Not too sure. We'll have to see. But this United jet is definitely going to be on for departure. So I've got some info on it actually. It's UA26 heading to Denver. The Boeing 7879 Dreamliner with a reg November 29961, which is an 8-year-old 787, registered in October 2015. It's actually right on time now for its departure, except for it's still got the pushback truck attached. So about a 15-minute delay by the looks of it, by the time it gets to us. The Virgin Atlantic 787 just pulling in, also on the tarmac, you can see. It seems like that Swiss 320 Neo is either be moved to a stand by itself, or it will be one of the arrivals that's just not showing on my radar. Let's see, we've got an A320-200 with a sharklet installed heading our way. We've got an Airbus A380 as well. Now I can't quite see if that's being moved or if that is actually a departure. Let's see. No, it's going to be a departure, that BA380. That's on the 09 left side. That should be coming to us very, very soon. Let's see. David, welcome along, saying another lovely day. Another lovely summer day in the UK. Lovely, isn't it? But yeah, definitely. Agent Tiger, welcome along, saying Qantas at 11:50. That's what I'm here for. Amazing. And Layla Bergman, good morning to you. Michael Vivian Lewis, good morning, saying from Wales. I know it was terrible when we left the house at Cardiff. Pouring down. There's our A320 in front of us, but I think we're just going to watch these two aircraft, both 787s, nice and close up. Aviation Lover saying there's been a lot of storms on the Gold Coast lately. Let's see, Regan Farmer, welcome along. We hope you're keeping well. Good morning to you, saying good morning. I'm enjoying the stream, amazing stuff. Really glad to hear. Let's see, LT joining us from Manchester, welcome. Abraham Parks, good morning. We hope you're keeping well. Percy saying good morning. Max X, good morning to you. Saying Martin here in a windy west of Ireland, enjoying the live footage of a busy London Heathrow and your commentary. Well done, really appreciate that, Max. It's really amazing to have you on board with us, and we're glad to hear that you're enjoying the content. You've got the United 767 just joining the queue on the back. I think that was another arrival. Now the Virgin in the middle is just being moved to one of the stands here at London Heathrow. Now the United Jet is just holding up the queue of the two aircrafts behind. That should be taxiing very, very soon. I can hear the engine starts as well. We've also got this aircraft here, the Iberia 320neo. Now this jet will be at departure very, very soon. Clive, I definitely don't. Let's see, Ilya Froller, good morning to you. We hope you're keeping well. We hope you're keeping warm, of course. Sean saying it's always funny seeing the 380s following the 320s. Really shows the size of them. Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, that 380 is going to be taxiing to us shortly, so we should get that alongside maybe a 777, an A319, an A320. Depends on what traffic we've got here at London Heathrow. There's one of the 320s that just crossed us. Now we've got two aircrafts that are pretty much ready for departure now, and I think this Aer Lingus is definitely going to be the next one. It's an A320neo. We get some info on it now before it enters the runway. There it is. So flight number EI915 heading to Knock. That's the A320neo with the reg Echo India November Sierra Bravo or EINSB. So off to Knock it goes. It's a 1-year-old A320neo with the reg, with the age, or when it was registered, being February 2022. So a 1-year-old jet. Expecting to travel 628 kilometers to Knock. Now that A380 is going to absolutely destroy all of the water on the runway. You can see a slight bit from this Aer Lingus, there it is. I would say that the pilots are probably happier that they're leaving London Heathrow to go to Knock, but I'm imagining that the weather is not much better in Knock. But if anyone's from there, do let us know if that's correct. We've got the Iberia 320neo lining up runway 27 right, further into it. Now I'm expecting it to go to Madrid, but we will check as soon as this one lifts off, as it's not on my radar. There's a 320neo, and joining into the runway a bit further into it as well is going to be this BA320. Now that Iberia jet was actually a departure to Madrid, as I said. Flight number IB3169. Info on this one after it departs as well. now I am seeing a second A380 on the radar. In fact, I'm seeing a third in the sky. That's an arrival at runway 27 left. You can see there that Emirates jet, which actually should be departing soon as well. So we have got the BA380 for departure. Now that's not on my radar, but I can see it taxiing pretty much in front of me. I will focus on that very, very soon. But what I also can see on the radar is a BA A380 also heading to Dallas. So we've got two A380s on the radar, ready for departure very, very soon. The one heading to Dallas is just pushing back by the looks of it. It would be BA193 if anyone would like to track that. So two A380s for departure, and also this Emirates A380 arriving from Dubai. Just gliding its way onto 27 left. Look at that. Now, the A380 I said that we would probably track would be this one here. That is it. Get a quick tour around this aircraft. We'll position the camera here and let that pass. Get the engines in there. Look at that. Two mighty engines on this side and two on the other. I would spot the reg, but that's not actually visible to us. And there's a massive tail. Now I'm actually going to have to zoom out for this one. Massive. Look at that. That's the BA380 for you. Alright, now we don't want to miss that, well, our next departure, which would be this jet here. And this camera does not want to focus, does it? I do apologise for this, everyone. There it is. And that is BA448, the British Airways A320neo, already lifting off, heading to Tenerife with the reg Golf Tango November Bravo. Off that goes. Mighty 320neo engines wasting absolutely no time. There's a BA380. Now, Ken, good morning to you. Ken, we hope you're doing well, and a happy new year to you. Well, this was the United jet that we had seen push back, wasn't it? Heading to Denver, flight number UA26, the Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. Feel a few drops once again. Reg of that jet would be November 29961 in case you're interested. On the runways BA213, a British Airways Boeing 777-200ER heading to Boston with the reg Golf Victor India Alpha. Already roaring off, you can see there. Mary Ann, good morning to you, Mary. We hope you're keeping well, Mary. Really appreciate you joining us today. There goes that 777, absolutely roaring away. Now the A380, as it stands, seemed to be third in line for departure. But I know there's just going to be one British Airways A320 that's just going to skip the queue randomly appear out of nowhere. So there's one, there's our second jet, and there's our third one, the A380. So zooming on to the first one, it's the British Airways 787. Now it's not actually on my radar, so we'll get that once it lifts off. Look at that. Off that goes. You've got the Virgin 330 Neo now. And that 787 is still not on my radar. Let's see, where is that jet? There it is. It was flight number BA143 heading to Delhi. The 7878 Dreamliner with their edge Golf Zulu Bravo Juliet Hotel. And this is the Virgin Atlantic 330 Neo or 900 heading to Bridgeton. Flight number VS131 and the reg of this jet is Golf Victor Echo India India. The BA380 is behind. That tail looked awful close to the ground, didn't it? That A330 Neo for departure. Tim saying if anyone is interested, we've got BA's newest plane, Golf Tango November Echo Charlie, delivered or being delivered on the 9th of December, and the A350 1000 being delivered on the 16th of December, and they're hopefully expected today during the stream. Amazing, thanks for that, Tim. Really appreciate that. Lucas, welcome along. Let's see, if you are enjoying the content, please do consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It's amazing support for the channel. It's completely free and really easy to do, but completely optional, of course, but it is amazing support. It's flight number BA2074, this jet on runway 27 right now. That's lined up heading to Miami. Is SA380-800 of British Airways with the reg Golf X-Ray Lima Echo Alpha GXLEA. It was set to depart at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's why I was expecting to see this one. It's currently 11:50, so almost a 2-hour delay. Now it's an 11-year-old A380 registered in November 2012, and I will say one of the BA380s ever not delayed. It'll definitely make back that time in the sky, I'm guessing. It's set to arrive at Miami at 2:50 p.m. Now that BA380 was like, Danny, you know, you've done a good job dealing with the rain, but I'm going to make you even more wetter with the wet spray I leave behind me with my 4 massive engines. Wonder how many litres of water that's just blown on us. There's the Turkish 777-300, most likely heading to Istanbul. I will check as that gets closer to us, but that BA380 with an amazing roaring departure. Ilya saying he's doing very well. Amazing to hear, Ilya. The rain is beginning to fall again. Gary Restall, good morning. Gary, we hope you're keeping well. Jackson, welcome. Now our next departure looks to be this American jet. Just jumping the queue ahead of this Virgin 787. There's the American 777 200ER. Gary, we're using the A6300 camera. Gary saying, so a Neo model is presumably a new engine option, but surely most engines are the newer technology type. Yeah. You can see that windsock in action, really is. Darren Graham, good morning, we hope you're keeping well. Abraham saying, I'm still here. Danny, just lurking in the background due to touchy internet connection on my end. Yeah, I mean, the weather is probably terrible all around the UK, so completely understandable, Abraham. There's always playback if you'd like to catch up, but really appreciate you joining. The American jet on the runway now, heading to Miami, flight number AA5740, the Boeing 777-200ER with the reg November 782 Alpha November. Off it goes. Amazing stuff. Look at that American jet. You know, that slight wing fluff as well. Amazing. And those dark clouds that I was talking about are actually on top of us now. You can just feel the rain that they're dropping on us. I'm just going to say a special thanks to Sayaka Kato, who donated £5 at 10:30 in the morning. Really appreciate that, Sakaya. Even if you're not tuning in today, really appreciate that kind donation. So a massive thank you there. Now this BA jet that seems to be our next departure is simply not on my radar just yet. So we'll wait until that probably lifts off. That's when they're usually picking up on flight radar. But yeah. Let's see, we've got a viewer from Greece joining us today, saying thank you for what you're offering us. Happy New Year. Greetings from Greece. Really appreciate that. I'm not too sure what your name would be, but really appreciate the kind words and a Happy New Year to you. Andrew K, good morning and a Happy New Year to you as well. Let's see. And Celini, hope you're doing well. Really appreciate you tuning in. Sharon saying beautiful camera work as always. Really appreciate that, Sharon. I'm trying my best. It's a bit difficult when the camera protectors are absolutely blocking my viewpoint of literally everything, but really appreciate the kind words, Sharon. Jimmy Ron, good morning. He just woke up. Amazing. Lukey Grex, good morning to you, and a very warm welcome to all of our viewers just tuning in now for the London Heathrow actions. It is a very wet one with some slight gusting winds. Boeing 777-200 the ER this is. Look at that. Now I've got some info. We've got an A380 due in very, very soon. Well, I say due in, it's due to depart. And it is this A380 here. Now that's the one that I was expecting to see. Some info on that departure just then. That was flight number BA295 heading to Chicago. It was the Boeing 777-200ER or extended range with the reg Golf Victor India India Whiskey or GVIIW. Now our next departure is going to be the Turkish Airlines aircraft heading to Istanbul, flight number TK1980, the Boeing 777-300ER with the reg Tango Charlie Lima Kilo Bravo. And there goes that Turkish jet. Jimmy saying, oh, that is the sound I need for the morning. Definitely is, but I'd recommend listening to the BA380. That's definitely going to be waking you up. The 4 massive engines just roaring away past us. See, there's the Virgin Atlantic aircraft on the runway. It is raining now. I can confirm. So this is flight number VS250 heading to Shanghai. It's the Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner with a Edge Golf Victor Mike Alpha Papa, and it's a 7-year-old 787, and that was registered in April 2016. It is just 20 minutes later than expected, and it's expected to travel 9,260 kilometers over to Shanghai with the expected arrival time at 8:30 a.m. The time in Shanghai is 8 hours ahead of the time in the UK, for those wondering. We have a Lufthansa 320neo on hold. That's actually heading to Salzburg. I've never seen that route before. We've got the Air France A220 heading to Paris as well. That's holding. And also the Thai 777-300DR heading to Bangkok, also holding. Just short of 27 right, or at least on the taxiways nearby. And the Virgin Atlantic jet is on the move. After Shanghai it goes. And Jimmy Wong saying, are we going to be seeing some arrivals today? Unfortunately not. The arrivals begin from 3 p.m. BST, so in a good few hours, and we plan on leaving by then. So it's just departures to this week, and it will be arrivals next week. Let's see, 1981 The Fly saying Happy New Year from Ohio. Happy New Year to you, really appreciate that, and welcome along. We hope you're enjoying the content. Random Gorilla, welcome. Debbie James, good morning. At least it's good afternoon now, isn't it? Good afternoon to you, Debbie. We hope you're keeping well. The arrivals are on runway 27 left, of course. We have got views of 27 right. So anyway, some info on this jet. It is flight number LH2673 heading to Salzburg. It's the Airbus A320neo with a Edge Delta Alpha India November Oscar, and it is a 5-year-old aircraft registered in November 2018. And it is just 50 minutes later than expected, set to travel 1,052 kilometers to Salzburg. Now, I'm not too sure if this is a new route, but I've never seen this one before. It's only Frankfurt and Munich that I've seen that Lufthansa operates. But anyway, on the move it goes. There it goes, that Lufthansa. And yes, Selena, if that was actually you, really appreciate that. That is very, very generous of you, Selena. So a massive, massive thank you there. Really appreciate that. We've got the A220-300, so let's listen out. You might get a wookie from it. Heading to Paris CDG is this Airbus A220-300 with the Reg Foxtrot Hotel Zulu Uniform Sierra. And it is flight number AF1581. A 1-year-old A220 this is, registered in December 2022. 30 minutes late for this departure as well. You've got the Thai 777-300ER behind, and also the Airbus A380, British Airways. So it's either the Thai jet or the BA380. I think that's going to be our next departure. There's an A321neo as well holding, but I don't think there's room for that to enter the to the runway, as both taxiways are pretty much covered. In fact, no, I think it's found a different one. Oh, we'll have to wait and see. And no, it's going to be the A321neo as our next departure. That's managed to find a different taxiway onto 27 right. I guess after all, it will have to wait for the heavies if it does have to wait for these two aircrafts. And we've also got two other heavies. No, three. We've got the American Airlines 777-200ER also taxiing, the British Airways 777-300ER, and also another American 777-200ER, all taxiing to 27 right. So after this A321neo, the train of heavy aircraft departures begins. In fact, there's an A320 on the opposite side. Now that might jump the queue as well if it's quick enough. But anyway, some info on this A321neo, and that's not on my radar, so we'll have to wait until that lifts off. I do apologise. But yeah, it's the British Airways A321neo. Now I'm not sure where that's heading to. Maybe Larnaca, I'm guessing. But we'll confirm when it gets in the sky. Some info for some of our Australian viewers that might be waiting for this Qantas jet. It is just beginning its pushback now. Flight number QF10, the Qantas 7879 Dreamliner heading to Perth. So yeah, it is just pushing back in now, and we will be seeing that taxi and depart very, very soon. So the BA321neo definitely taking its time. You can see the Thai 777 is definitely going to jump the queue. In front of that BA380 is going to have to wait a tad longer. We've also got the BA319 to Budapest and the KLM 737-800 that are also waiting for departure slots into or out of London Heathrow, I should say. So it might not be a full train of heavy aircraft departures if we have got as we have got those smaller aircrafts waiting. But after that A380, I'm guessing it's the 777s. And at this point, I think I know all of the routes off by heart, because that A321neo that just departed was actually heading to Larnaca. Yeah, I remember it from our previous stream. It was flight number BA662, the A321neo with the Reg Golf Tango November Echo Alpha, and that was to Larnaca. Now you've got this Thai Airways Boeing 777-300ER heading to Bangkok with the Reg Hotel Sierra Tango Tango Charlie. That is flight number TG911. Now I'm guessing the smaller A320 and 737-800 is going to have to wait for these heavier jets to actually depart because of the wind they blow behind them. But here's the Thai jet now, the A380. Looks as if it's sort of edging forward slowly. I think that should be our next departure after this Thai jet. So it's the A380, second in line by the looks of it. And let's see, Assured 1031 saying hello, watching aboard Swiss out of BKK. That's Bangkok, isn't it? Is it Bangkok? No, it's not. No, it is. It is Bangkok. Welcome along. We hope you're doing well. And yeah, we hope you're enjoying your flight. Ivan in Bangkok saying just spotted the Thai flight getting ready for departure. Shame their 6 A380s are all parked up and for sale. Yeah, it is a shame. It would be nice to see them at London Heathrow. They could add to the train that we see here. And there goes that 777 off to Bangkok, that Thai jet. And now, the king of the skies. On the runway now is going to be the British Airways A380-800 after quite some time waiting. It's on the runway now. It's flight number BA193 heading to Dallas with the Reg Golf X-Ray Lima Echo Echo. It's a 10-year-old aircraft and it's the 6th most tracked aircraft worldwide on flight radar with 360 watches, set to depart an hour and 27 minutes ago. So yeah, I don't think the passengers would be too happy with this one, but off it goes. Look at that, off to Dallas that goes, that BA 380. What a departure. Amazing. You can see that mega king of the skies departure there, leaving off so much water spray. I mean, the A320s and the 737s that depart here don't really leave as much. That A380 is definitely clearing the runway of all of the remaining rain. There's see Jill Wilson saying, "Hi guys, my daughter is one of the 22 cabin crew working on the 382 Dallas today, so perfect timing." There you go, Jill. Oh my god, it's a BA 380 train. We've got our third one inbound. Look at this. That's going to be our third BA 380 of the day. We saw the Singapore A380, so that's going to be a tally of 4 A380s that we've seen during a space of what, an hour that we've been live for. So, oh my god, the BA A380 train definitely begins here. A BA5 this is, heading to Tokyo on board the 777-3 GDR with a Edge Golf Sierra Tango Bravo Golf or GSTBG. Let's see, Ilya Frolov saying, "Danny, when is the next departure of the Emirates A380? Or due in some time." It's about 2 hours, Ilya. It's about 2 hours, I'll say, Ilya. Heading to Dubai it will be. We've got the American 777 now on the runway. That's the 200 ER heading to Phoenix. Flight number AA195 with the reg November 795 Alpha November. Wow, that is so loud. And Andrew K, to answer your question, yes, we would cut it. I think that American jet set off the car alarm in front of the cars here, the parking. Anyway, we've got this American jet also on the runway now, and that will be heading to Charlotte. It's the Boeing 777-200ER once again with flight number AA733, and it's registered as November 754 Alpha November. Now you've got a train of about 5 or 4 smaller aircraft just waiting for these larger ones to simply get out of the way. Let's see, Loco saying you'd be getting Toga takeoffs today with a contaminated runway. Wet full throttle takeoffs, basically. Amazing. Thanks for that, Loco. You can just feel all of the water just dripping on me slowly. Especially when it's a bigger aircraft like the A380. And no worries, Ilya, always happy to help. Agent Tiger saying BA owns 12 A380s and we've seen 3 of them in the last hour. Yeah, we have as well, haven't we? We've got the Emirates to look out for, we've got the Qatar, we've got the Etihad A380s to look out for as well. Now those will be coming in a few hours, but still, it's A380 heaven here, isn't it? BA864 on the runway now. It's the Airbus A319 headed to Budapest. It's registered as Golf Delta Bravo Charlie Golf, and it is a 17-year-old jet registered in February 2006. 53 minutes later than expected for its departure. And there goes the A319. Now let's see what the 737-800 can do. It's going to be the KLM jet. Actually, no, it's not, because we've got another aircraft jump in the queue. Alright, that KLM jet is going to have to wait a tad longer. Alright, this is BA344 heading to Nice. It's another Airbus A319, this time with Reg Golf Echo Uniform Papa Kilo. 23-year-old jet this is. May 2000 was when this was registered. And it is about 30 minutes late. And the boss has decided, you know what, you're not capturing this A319. It's just on liftoff. There it is, the KLM 737-800 finally is up next. It's flight number KL1024. It's this Boeing 737-800 heading to Amsterdam with KLM. It's registered as Papa Hotel Bravo X-Ray Echo, and it's a 23-year-old aircraft. Let's see, Percy saying, any idea when the Qantas jet is taken off? I'd say give it about 10 minutes. There it is, it's just taxiing down. 10 to 8 minutes, it depends on the traffic. I mean, the heavier aircraft are starting to hold a bit just to make way for the smaller ones. I think I see an Etihad A380 in the sky. Yeah, it is, there it is. That's the Etihad A380 from Abu Dhabi. We should be seeing that depart later on today. There's so much action here, isn't there? As Chumi was saying. And Sharon saying, when are you releasing the A380s? Make me wet merch. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Well, I get to designing and we can talk about the release date later, Sharon. I'll be wearing that after every rainy day when I see about 4 A380s on the schedule for departure. Giving me ideas. There is Natalie McDonald, really appreciate that, saying EK2 for the Emirates A380 due to depart at 1:30 PM. That will be heading to Dubai. It's the retrofitted shark that's on board this A320-200 heading to Hamburg. Flight number BA974 with the reg is Golf Echo Uniform Yankee Oscar. And I'd just like to welcome everyone just joining the London Heathrow actions. We've got some incredible wet spray actions at London Heathrow runway 27 right. We've got a nice clear close-up viewpoint of all of these aircraft when they're lined up passing us and in the sky. The weather here has been pretty miserable. As you could probably tell, it is wet, it has been raining, it probably will rain again. The clouds don't look too nice, and it is relatively windy, as you can see, with the wind sock. It's about 12 knots, I believe. That's the last time I checked the weather forecast. I will be checking that again, of course. You've got the BA 380 second in line for departure. That's not waiting for any more smaller aircraft, is it? Sick and tired of waiting is that A380. Anyway, on the runway now is the Airbus A319 of British Airways, flight number BA 1482, heading to Glasgow with a Reg Golf Echo Uniform Oscar Echo, and it's a 22-year-old jet, this one. August 2001 was when it was registered, and it is about 30, in fact that's not 30, that's about 40 to 50 minutes later than expected for its departure. So you've got an Air Canada 787 pushing back, heading to 27 right, a Lufthansa 320 Neo, an Airbus A350 1000 of British Airways, a Qantas 787-9 Dreamliner, an A319 of British Airways, an Air Canada 787 once again, a BA 320 Neo, United 767 and the Airbus A380 of British Airways. All of these are the next departures on runway 27 right in front of us. I think I'm starting to lose my voice. There it is, off that aircraft goes. And I said that BA 380 would be next in line, but I lied. It's going to be this A320. In fact, is this even an A320 or is this a 319? I'm going to have to take a good look at it. Oh, is this an A319? It's not on my radar yet, so I will confirm that this aircraft's been quite cheeky and decided that A380 is just going to have to wait a tad bit longer. Let me just jump the queue. There it is. So it's going to be this British Airways jet next up for departure. We've got a Lufthansa 320 Neo. That also looks like it's going to be jumping the queue soon. You can probably see it past this shot in a second. There you are. Now I think I better get a protector back on my phone because it is starting to rain. You can see there the difference in visibility on that side of the airfield. It's going to make for a nice Airbus A380 departure, isn't it? And this is going to be our next A380. So flight number BA 285 heading to San Francisco. This British Airways A380-800 with a Reg Golf X-Ray Lima Echo Kilo. It's a natural jet, and it should have departed an hour and 15 minutes ago. Let's see if I can pop a protector on my phone quick enough before this A380 actually begins moving. There you have it, on the move it is. That is a wet spray for you. It does not get better than this. In fact, it definitely did at the start of the stream, except for we couldn't really see it because the visibility was terrible. But look at that. You can see there, slightly tilted to the left. Not something we usually see. See that wind in effect. That is the BA 380 for you. Now the Qantas 787, for all those wondering, is currently there. It's the 7879 Dreamliner expected to head out to Perth. The Lufthansa 320neo did not end up jumping the queue, and that is actually going to be taxiing via a different taxiway. Not too sure why it was holding, but there it is. Let's see, David joining us from Halifax. Welcome along, saying Nova Scotia says hello. Thank you for all of the very best stream out of London Heathrow. Thank you for all of your hard work. Really appreciate that, David. Really glad to hear that you're enjoying it, and yeah, we're working as hard as we can to provide content that is really interesting and you know, that's high quality, or as high quality as possible. So really appreciate that that comment. We've got the United 767 on the runway now. And no worries, Ilya. We'll see you another time. Really appreciate you tuning in. Have a good rest of your day. Chris Clark, happy Saturday to you. Hope you're keeping warm. New York EWR is where this United 767-300ER is heading to. Flight number UA17. November 677 uniform Alpha would be the reg of this United jet, for those wondering. Some stormy conditions today. Wonder if we are actually in a storm. If it's just the usual UK summertime weather. There's a Lufthansa 320neo. That's just lining up a runway 27 right. Jump in the queue as well. Taking my phone out of this protector as it stopped raining again. It's varied as this rainfall, but anyway, flight number LH905 for this Lufthansa 320neo heading to Frankfurt with the reg Delta Alpha India November India. It's a 6-year-old jet registered in September 2017, and it is almost an hour late. Almost a flight time that it takes to travel from London Heathrow to Frankfurt, isn't it? Let's see, Shira saying that must be quite daunting for the A319 pilots, pulling onto the runway and see the A380 lining up behind it. Imagine lining up behind an A380 though. Imagine what that 319 feels like. That's quite the feeling, isn't it? See that monster just absolutely dropping litres of water on your aircraft. Yeah, David saying crabbing due to strong southwest winds. The Lufthansa 320neo. For you've got a BA Oneworld jet just taxiing in front of us now as well. That's going to be on board the 777-200ER. Lovely stuff. Of course, got an is that an A320neo? Yes, it is, by the looks of it. Yeah, heading to Edinburgh. This A320neo with flight number BA 1440 on the reg Golf Tango Tango November India. And Race, good morning to you. We hope you're keeping well. Now this rain has completely fooled me. I might have to get the protector back on. There's a Qantas 7879 Dreamliner heading to Perth. This is. Yeah, it's absolutely fooled me. Is this rain? It was fine. Took off my protector, and off it goes. The rain starts falling again. It's quite heavy this time. You can see the visibility is definitely dropping. But anyway, we can't miss this flight. The Qantas jet 7879 Dreamliner to Perth. And there's that crab in action. You can just see that slight tilt to the left. Let's see, Chris Clark saying wind is providing interesting flying. Nice crosswind of 16 miles an hour with gusts up to 31, increasing to 20, gusting 43 later. Really appreciate that, Chris. It is yeah, evident, you can already tell. Yeah, 351,000 to Austin is BA 191. Yeah, BA 191 with the Reg Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Alpha. These aircrafts are literally running from London Heathrow. Yeah, you line up and on for the departure they go. Let's see, the camera will not focus. Do apologise, I'm just gonna have to clean the camera there. There you go. Hopefully that's a bit better. Yeah, there it is. Flight number KM101 for this Air Malta 320 Neo heading to Malta, of course. It's registered as 9 Hotel November Echo Oscar, or NH Neo. 320 Neo is 5 years of age, registered in May 2018, and it was set to depart an hour and 5 minutes ago. It's going to be travelling 2,103 kilometres, and we have a large traffic of aircraft on the ground. Now, look at this. You've got one Air Canada, you've got 2 aircrafts over there, I'm pretty sure there's another behind. You've got that BA, you've got that Virgin Jet, you've got a United there, you've got, is that a British Airways A320 I think, you've got the United 767 there. No, you've got the Iberia 320, that's the 321 isn't it? You've also got this British Airways A320 and you've got 2 more aircrafts on the way. What is this, about 11 aircraft lined up and waiting for 27 right operations. There's the Air Malta. Sharon saying, wow, the visibility has definitely dropped. It definitely has. Matter of seconds and it's already rubbish. It's getting a bit better, but the rain is still falling. Let's see, David saying yellow weather warning has been issued for London and the southwest for strong gusty winds up to 75 miles per hour. These warnings are from 11 AM and 3 AM tomorrow. Some interesting actions, isn't it? And no worries, Random Gorilla. See you tomorrow. And Dickie Min, I could not tell you, wasn't telling me on Flight Radar about the time it takes to travel to Perth. I do apologise. Chris saying departures are currently running about 22 minutes delay and only 5 minutes for the landings. Let's see, the Malta jet's just holding. Get a nice shot of that windsock. There is the Air Malta jet on the move now. Avgeek LBPL, we haven't had a Middle Eastern Airlines jet depart just yet. I mean, these conditions are absolutely rubbish. I mean, I can see the sun is sort of shining from some directions. You've got the Icelandair Sun Max 9 Is that the Max 9 or the Max 8? We'll have to confirm later on, but that's also taxi into 27 right for a departure. I can barely even see my phone for the chat, so I do apologise. I will try and get to you all. Let's see, Norman saying mild weather due there late afternoon. We've got the Air Canada 7879 Dreamliner on the move, heading to Toronto, flight number AC855 with the reg Charlie Foxtrot Romeo Sierra India. And it's an Air Canada train. You've got this 787 and you've got another departing behind. And that is the one I was talking about. So this is AC856 heading to Mumbai. That's the flight number of this Air Canada 7879 Dreamliner with the reg Charlie Foxtrot Golf Echo Oscar. Cannot tell if these colours are alright. Might have to drop the brightness a bit. There you are. There's the American 777 on the runway now. Let's see, Ian Blackwood Gwent, or just Ian, welcome along. We hope you're keeping well, Ian, from near Cardiff, of course. It's great to have you on board with us, Ian. Hope you're enjoying the actions. And you've got the BA One World Jet on the runway now. That's going to be the Boeing 777-200ER heading to Toronto, flight number BA93. Now it seems as if the wind has, the rain has calmed down. Got some massive wet sprays there. You can see the wing fluff. We've got a crosswind here. Alright, now it seems like I need to clean the lens. I do apologise once again. Just trying to make sure we can actually see everything properly. I think those dark grey clouds have actually just passed us. There it is, we've got a Delta 330-200 on the way to us. In fact, we've got two now. I can see a different one just taxiing from where they're usually parked. Let's see. Abraham Park saying we're almost on 320 likes. Let's push it to 380 then, 747 likes. And I'm sure we can do that, Abraham. I'm sure we can. Obviously, if you are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe. It's an amazing spot, it really is. Completely free. You've got the Middle Eastern Airlines A330-200 taxiing as well. In the distance, you can see that. After Munich goes this A320-200 rear flight number BA952, British Airways jet. We've got an ESA Airways aircraft. It's an A319 heading to Milan. That's on taxi now as well to 27 right for a departure. On the runway now though is going to be in Iberia 321-200 heading to Madrid. It's flight number IB3163 with the reg Echo Charlie Hotel Uniform India. Don't see this one too often, do we? Alright, on the radar there's about 16 aircraft just taxiing to 27 right for departures. The traffic here really is non-stop. Here's a Eurowings 319, which I actually didn't even include on this. Some of these aircraft are not even picking up on the radar, but they are here. So that's about 16 on the radar. Wonder how many are not. But so many departures. I mean, the actions are non-stop. This is the 737 MAX 9 of Icelandair, flight number FI451, heading to Reykjavik. The 737 MAX 9 is registered as Tango Foxtrot India Charlie Charlie. I think this actually, yeah, Icelandair might be the only 737 MAX 9 operators here at London Heathrow. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's Air Canada. They use the 737 MAX, is it the 8 or the 9? I think it's the MAX 8 they use for their Halifax flights. But, of course, do correct me if I'm wrong. BA838 this is, heading to Dublin, the Airbus A320-200 with reg Golf Echo Uniform Yankee Whiskey. Amazing stuff for that A320. Chris saying you're doing a good job. Let's see. Sorry, you are doing good, Danny. Fighting against the elements. We appreciate you being out here to bring us these great images and sounds. Really appreciate that, Chris. Honestly, as long as the gear is all right and all protected from this rain, I'm more than happy to stand here and provide this this London Heathrow content for you, Chris. As long as you're all enjoying it. I do apologise. It might be shaky at times. It's just very, very difficult to manage in these conditions. Got the Aegean 321 Neo off to Athens. Amazing, A321 Neo, a regular aircraft that we see here at London Heathrow. You got the Virgin 350-1000 taxiing in front of us, and Tim with the gifted 10 Aviation Hunters memberships. Really appreciate your generosity, Tim. Wow, that is amazing stuff, Tim. Thank you for supporting us. Tim, massive thank you. Saying just because I can. Now this looks like an A319, I'm gonna say. Flight number BA518 off to Lisbon is the Airbus A319 of British Airways with the Reg Golf Echo uniform Papa November. It seems like we've got a United jet lining up on the runway now as well. That's going to be flight number UA928 heading to Chicago. It's on board the Boeing 767-300ER with the Reg November 657 uniform Alpha. It's this jet here, which is a 30-year-old jet. February 1993 was when this one was registered, and I think this is one of the oldest jets that we've seen. 30 years of age. Wow. Definitely be the oldest jet that we've seen today. I believe he saw a 32-year-old United 777 or 777 during one of our previous streams, which is 32 years of age. So this one not too far behind. Got this. You will have the Virgin Atlantic 330-300 behind as well. Seems like that'll be the next departures. We've got heavy aircraft next for departures, for those wondering. So it seems like Heathrow are going to clear some of these heavy jets on 27 right. Saying, bet you wish you were in Athens right now, don't you, Danny? Definitely do. I mean, who likes this weather? Who does? No, it's actually pretty interesting for departures. Just horrible when you're out here in the freezing cold. It's VS 133 for this Airbus A330-300 heading to Antigua. Gosh, Chris, you're making me jealous. I'm starting to think of the weather back in Athens now. I might have to hop on board one of the next Aegean jets for departure. I think it's British Airways that do the Athens flight as well, don't they? If that's the case, I might have to get on one of them as well. Flight number DL51 for this Delta Airlines A330-200 just on lineup. It's headed to Salt Lake City, and the reg of this jet is November 852 November Whiskey. It's a 19-year-old jet registered in July 2004, and it is just 26 minutes later than expected for its departure. It's going to be travelling 7,833 kilometers, and as you can probably hear, it's roaring away already. Let's see, Sharon saying I went to get a coffee, came back, and it seems like the weather is cleared up. Yeah, I mean the weather is changing constantly. Sharon, if you grab another coffee, I guarantee you by the time you come back we'll have a tornado next thing you know it. It's all over the place is this weather, isn't it? Let's see, Nigel saying today I have a takeoff on 27 right the other way Yes, they do. No, they don't. That's a lie. No, they don't. When they're using 09 operations, it's 09 left for the arrivals, isn't it? The departures at 09 right, and that stays that way. They don't alternate back and forth. David Dunlop saying you do a great job. Hope you're keeping warm. Really appreciate that, David. And yeah, 3 layers of shirts. We've got a hoodie, a jacket, 3 layers of trousers. So trying my best out here. Off to Washington is this 777-200ER, flight number UA919. The reg of this jet is November 223 Uniform Alpha. For those wondering, United Airlines in their 777-200ER. Now this one is 22 years of age. August 2001 was when this was registered. It's a nice blue aircraft over there, and I think it's the BA Battle jet. Golf Tango Tango November Alpha would be the reg of it. So you've got a nice blue shaded livery on that side of the runway, and you've also got this one. If the camera would like to focus. There you are. It's ITA Airways in their metallic blue shaded livery. Flight number AZ247 off to Milan on board this A319 with the reg Echo India, India Mike Oscar or EIMO. It's a 21-year-old jet registered in June 2002, and it is about 15 minutes later than expected. And Meta Football TV, good morning to you. Chris saying don't go before the end of the stream though, Danny. It all depends when the next flight to Athens is, Chris. Let's see. Let's see, Norman. Yeah, the weather over in sort of the direction of, you know, Wales and sort of Bristol is absolutely rubbish. I mean, it's terrible tomorrow as well. I believe it was 45 mile per hour gusts expected tomorrow at Bristol Airport, which luckily we're there to capture some of the actions. Let's hope that wind stays that way. But yeah, it's terrible over in that direction is the weather. Eurowings and Air A319 up next, and this is actually not on my radar, so we'll have to wait until that actually lifts off to capture it, or at least get the info on it, I should say. Tim adding to Chris's comments, saying that I shouldn't go to Athens before the end of the stream, saying he can't do that, Chris. He's changed to the top of the van. Gated off. Let's see, that Eurowings jet is still not on my radar. If anyone would like to drop some info on it, please do. No info on it. This is heading to Geneva, as it say 319. Flight number BA730 and the reg of this jet is Golf Delta Bravo Charlie Echo. After Geneva it goes, you can see that PA Petrol delivery every now and again. Now you've got a train of aircraft beginning with this A350 at the back. So you've got this one here, the A350-1000, the Boeing 777-300ER, the Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner. You've also got this aircraft in the distance. That looks like a 320neo. That's going to be taxiing down towards us. You've got this Boeing 787. You've got this A350 of Virgin Atlantic. You've got the British Airways 787. That looks like the 10 Dreamliner. Middle Eastern Airlines in there 330-200. And then you've got an aircraft that's covering, I think that was a Swiss 320neo, the JetBlue A321neo, and a Delta 767-400. Let's see, Sharon saying weekly dose of 777 PWs. Yeah, I will say this, I think the cars that are surrounding us are not having the greatest of times, because every time a 777 or a 767, it's those two aircrafts, every time they go past us, at least one of the car alarms goes off. Anyway, that Delta jet was flight number DL31 off to Atlanta, the 767-400 with the reg November 827 Mike Hotel, and this is the Middle Eastern Airlines A330-200 off to Beirut, flight number ME202 with the reg Oscar Delta Mike Echo Charlie. I wonder if we'll see an A321neo of Middle Eastern Airlines soon, but off this one goes. And Infinite Flight 2017, good afternoon to you. Kevin, good afternoon, saying Happy New Year, Danny, and all Aviation Hunters. Hope the channel continues to grow in 2024. Really appreciate that, Kevin. Really glad to have you on board with us. And we hope you're keeping warm. And Scotty saying that info that you give on jets, the age, the reg miles, the travelling, that's what makes you better than most of the other channels. Really appreciate that, Scotty. Try my best today. It's a bit difficult with all of the protectors on, but yeah, as usual, trying to give as much info as possible. Really appreciate the kind words, Scotty. That there would be BA217, that's the 787-10 Dreamliner off to Washington with the reg Golf Zulu Bravo Lima Echo. 5,917 kilometers that this one is going to do on this route to London Heathrow to Washington. It's a 2-year-old jet, registered in June 2021. Off that goes. Now you've got a Virgin Atlantic A350 1000, so I'm particularly excited for this one. Flight number VS7 for the Virgin Atlantic A350 1000 with the reg Golf Victor Papa Oscar Papa V-Pop. It's a Los Angeles flight off to LAX. Travelling 8,781 kilometers, this 4-year-old aircraft. Looking stunning. Sharon saying always the American operators that set off the car alarms. Yeah, definitely. It's always them. We'll see. We've got an American 777-300ER. About 4th in line, I'd say. 4th or 3rd. It depends on where that slots in. We'll see if one of the car alarms gets set off after that aircraft's departure. This is the 787-9 Dreamliner heading to Shanghai, flight number BA169 for this British Airways jet with the reg Golf Zulu Bravo Kilo Sierra GZBKS. 5-year-old aircraft this is. 30 minutes late. Let's see, 28 train saying what a fantastic angle. Is reality at its best. Many thanks. Really appreciate that, 28 train. Glad to hear that you're enjoying it. Trying to get as close as possible. Carol, welcome along, saying cheers from the hotel just behind you. Nice VW you have. Spent quite some time working on this platform. There's the Virgin jet on the move, heading to Seattle. The Boeing 7879 Dreamliner with flight number VS105. Golf Victor Bravo Echo Lima would be the reg of this jet. And we've got an Emirates Sky Cargo 777 freighter taxiing on towards us, for those wondering. So we've got the Middle Eastern Airlines A321neo. That's going to be taxiing down very, very soon now. Chiron, as I said, we'll wait to see if this American jet sets off any car alarms next to me. Let's see. AA39 for this American Airlines 777 300ER or 777 headed to Miami with the reg November 727 Alpha November. It's a 9-year-old jet registered in January 2014 and it is just 15 minutes late, so nothing too serious. Now this time it actually hasn't set any off, so I don't think this is actually an American Airlines aircraft, is it? Of course it is, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no car alarm set off for this this aircraft's departure. We've got an A350 1000 up next, heading to Denver. That's going to be a British Airways aircraft with the reg Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Lima. Off to Denver, flight number BA219, travelling 7,518 kilometers to its destination. It's a 1-year-old aircraft registered in March 2022. 31 minutes later than expected. Once again, nothing too serious. I'll make that back. No time. Never go wrong with the rainy, wet departures. Look at that in these aircrafts. Ooh, you can see a bit shaky as soon as that aircraft was lifting off. Just a slight tilt to the left. That's the crosswind for you. But you can see a bit shaky as soon as that aircraft was lifting off. We've got the Sri Lankan 330 on the way. That's Colombo, I believe it was, if I remember correctly, that it would be heading to. We'll have to check. We've got the JetBlue 321neo also on the runway now. That's going to be headed to New York JFK. Yes, so it's the A321neo with the reg November 4022 Juliet off to New York JFK, flight number B620. It's a 3-year-old jet, this one, registered in November 2020, and it was set to depart 40 minutes ago. It's scheduled to arrive at 3:32 exactly. It's going to be travelling 5,556 kilometers for those wondering. So 3-year-old A321neo, just probably waiting for clearance. There it is, on the move. It's got the clearance. Off it goes. Look at that. And that A321neo. Absolutely no struggle at all. Some sudden wind probably for that A350 before that obviously made it shake a bit. XRX Frost was spotting from the Renaissance Hotel car park on top of a raised platform. Without this, you'll have many obstructions. We've got the Swiss 320 Neo heading to Zurich. Flight number LX319. Hotel Bravo Juliet Delta Foxtrot would be the reg of this jet. And Cal, good afternoon to you, saying loving the floofage in the engines. Chris Clark saying nice catch, Danny, really appreciate that, Chris. Now look at the aircraft on the ground. You've got that 320 that we just passed, that was the 320 Neo. You've got the TAP Air Portugal A321 Neo. You've got the Air Canada 7879 Dreamliner pushing back. You've got an A319 on the way. You've got that's a Virgin jet. No, that's the Sri Lankan jet, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the Sri Lankan 330. You've got the Emirates Sky Cargo 777 freighter. You've got the Middle Eastern Airlines A321 Neo. My, does that livery look nice. You've got the Delta 330-200. The Aer Lingus A320 Neo, I believe that is. Can't quite see the engines in there. It's the special, the BA Better World livery. Golf Tango Tango November Alpha would be the reg of this jet, off to Aberdeen with a special BA Better World livery. Flight number BA1308 on board this A320 Neo. That's 5 years of age, and off it goes. Let's see, Tim saying as much as I like the A321 Neos, I'm still not convinced I'd like a transatlantic flight on one. Well, I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, with JetBlue, isn't their cabin sort of specially configured? It's not like the usual 3x3 configuration, isn't it? So they've taken that into account, and I'm sure it's you know, a pleasant experience. I can't quite remember what the seating config is, but I don't know. It's a small aircraft for such a long route. I'd definitely try it one day. Put it that way. I definitely would. And flight number EI1594, this Aer Lingus A320 Neo with Reg Echo India November Sierra Alpha EI NSA heading to Dublin. It's going to be travelling 451 kilometres, and it's a 1-year-old A320 Neo, registered in January 2022. Wow, there is a train of aircraft here. Now, I would spend probably all day counting how many there are ready for departure. I'm not going to do that. We don't have time because we've already got our next departure, and this is the one. It's flight number ME802 for the Middle Eastern Airlines, or MEA A321 Neo, heading to Beirut. It's registered as Tango 7 Mike Echo Alpha. Sorry, Mike Echo 8 that was. So T7 ME8. It's a 2-year-old jet, registered in March 2021, and I literally cannot talk. Honestly, this is quite late, this one. About an hour and 35 minutes. Now there's the Delta 330-200 heading to Detroit. Flight number DL17 with the reg November 853 November Whiskey. It's a 19-year-old A330-200. It was set to depart 28 minutes ago. and it is set to arrive at 4:20 p.m. over in Detroit. 6,000 kilometers, the flight distance. Amazing stuff. Yeah, that's a fair point, Tim. That is a fair point, Tim. Anyway, you've got flight number EK9944 up next. That's going to be the Emirates Sky Cargo 777 freighter with reg Alpha 6 Echo Foxtrot November. Off to Brussels this is. So a 9-year-old jet, registered in June 2014. Watch this quick rotation. I mean, look at that. You can see how tilted it is. That's a crosswind for you. But you can see how empty that 777 freighter is. Look at it. Very, very quick, as Chris is just saying. I'm assuming this is empty and we'll go up quick. It usually is, isn't it? Off to Brussels. Might pick up some cargo there, I'm guessing, and then it'll probably return back to Dubai. That's what I'm assuming. Lukey, see you around. It's great having you on board with us. Let's see, Oliver Bradley saying, will you be live for another 2 to 2.5 hours? Ooh, I'm not sure. We're up until about 3 p.m. until the runway alternations, Oliver. So just shy of 2 hours. BA984 on board this A320-200 off to Berlin with the reg Golf Echo Uniform Sierra. 16-year-old jet this is. October 2017 was when this was registered. Actually, that's October 2007, I do apologise. Correction. And here's an Air Canada jet just taxiing in front of us now. We've got, I think it's the A3. Oh, actually, I'm not sure. This one isn't on my radar. It's an A320neo for departure. This British Airways aircraft. I'm not sure if the mic is picking that audio up, but you could probably hear the engine sounds of an aircraft, and that would be the Air Canada that I just showed taxiing. Some very, very loud engines on board that 787-9 Dreamliner. We've got an Air Canada 777-300ER that had just arrived from Toronto, just parking at stand now. Our next departure though is going to be an A320-200 off to Vienna, flight number BA698. There it is. It's registered as Golf Echo Uniform Juliet, and it's a 21-year-old jet registered in October 2002. Now this one's just about 20 minutes late. Sharon saying that was a rocket departure for that Emirates 777. It definitely was. I mean, instant pretty much. So we'll have this jet. So then by the looks of it, the TAP Air Portugal 321neo. Yeah, it is. It's already lining up. Look at it. And there's our next departure off to Lisbon. Goes to say 321neo of TAP Air Portugal. There it is, flight number TP1367. And Chris Clark in the chat with some interesting facts. Really appreciate that, Chris. Now Chris has got 3 names for us of the airport he's talking about, but I'm not going to pronounce it because I can't even pronounce the original name. But it's in the live chat if you'd like to check that out. Really appreciate that, Chris. And off next is going to be a BA 319 off to Amsterdam. Now it's going to pass this shot here. It's BA 438 with the Reg Golf Echo Uniform Papa Whiskey, and it's a 22-year-old 319. Right, now our next departure is going to be the Sri Lankan Airlines 330. There it is. Amazing flight number UL5064, the Airbus A330-300 of Sri Lankan Airlines off to Colombo with the Reg 4 Romeo Alpha Lima Oscar. 8-year-old aircraft this is. July 2015 was when it was registered, and it is so loud. Let's see, Meta Football TV saying TAP A321neo is one of the, is the one I saw a reviewer from Boston to Lisbon. Very impressed despite its narrow body status. Comfort and efficiency. Amazing. Yeah, mixed opinions about the A321neo for sort of long haul flights. I'd definitely try it, but I'd probably prefer to be on, let's say, a 777 or a 350 or a 787. Anyway, flight number AC8514, this Air Canada 7879 Dreamliner, registered as Charlie Foxtrot Kilo Sierra Victor, heading to Calgary. Amazing stuff. There's the 787. And if we've got any Canadian viewers, you'll be happy to know that we've got 3 Air Canada jets, all with the same livery on this side of the airport. Look at that. Stunning. Now you've got that's the 777. I think that's the in fact, is that 3 777s? I think that might be 3 777 aircrafts. Love it, Canada. They've got such nice liveries, especially that toothpaste shade. Now there's the British Airways 777 on the runway now. That's off to Los Angeles LAX, flight number BA281 for the Boeing 777-300ER with the Reg Golf Sierra Tango Bravo Papa. 3-year-old aircraft this is. December 2020 was when it was registered. And let's see, Gillian Broster saying brilliant show as always, so much detail. Happy New Year, really appreciate that, Gillian. Happy New Year to you, and we're really glad to hear that you're enjoying it. Amazing stuff. There's the next departure, and that's going to be American Airlines 787 9 Dreamliner off to Chicago, flight number AA91, where the reg of this jet is November 830 Alpha November. It's a 6-year-old jet, registered in August 2017, and it is just 11 minutes later than expected. It's going to be travelling a total of 6,363 kilometres off to Chicago from London Heathrow. Now behind is a British Airways A320-200. Now there's another A320-200 of British Airways, just not on the radar, and also an A350-1000, also not on the radar. But whilst we wait for this American Airlines to get a move on, we might as well focus on this arriving A380 in the distance. And see if the camera would like to even focus on it. There you are. I mean, we saw 3 depart. You'll see a 4th. This one be arrive. Yeah, one of the arrivals, isn't it? We saw the Etihad arrival, we saw the Emirates arrival as well. Both aircrafts we'll be seeing later on today as well. A380 Kingdom, it really is. It's a shame I can't say the same about the 747. We don't really see them too often at London Heathrow. And David Bone, good afternoon to you. We hope you're doing well, saying hope all is good with you today. Yeah, it is. I think my voice was disappearing for a quick second earlier on in the show, but it's back now. A bit wet, of course, just due to the rain and pretty much the poor weather conditions. As someone said, it's the usual summer weather we've got here in the UK. But no, generally doing really, really well. Thank you, David. And how are you doing, David? Please do let us know. Got 2 A380s, 2 A350s soon to depart. British Airways A350 and also a Virgin Atlantic A350. Cliff Clark saying, watch Heathrow for a few hours. The whole world comes to you, definitely. Got everything here, haven't you? 2 runways as well, so you know the actions are twice as much. Anyway, on the runways, BA 1416 off to Belfast. It's the Airbus A320-200 with the reg Golf Mike India Delta Sierra, or GMIDS, and it's a 22-year-old jet registered in February 2001, and this one is actually 33 minutes later than expected. So we've seen worse delays. We've got a Bulgaria A220-300 off to taxi on over to 27 right for a departure. That's on its way over. Now this is actually a different A220. This was registered in July. Still brand new, it's saying. And this jet really doesn't seem to want to begin his departure anytime soon, does he? Just taking his time. There it is. Definitely waiting for clearance, isn't he? Nice quick rotation for this one as well. Bit of a smaller aircraft, so what is expected. Alright, now we've got this one small aircraft, and then I'm assuming it should be the two A350s. In fact, you never know, because this Bulgaria A220 is taxiing pretty fast, so we might try and slot in before the BA350, but I don't think he's going to make it. Anyway, TA320-200 off to Lyon, BA362 flight number. And Melon Pan 78, good afternoon to you. Glad to hear that you enjoy the black and red Air Canada livery, or the black, white and red livery I should say. There it is. 3 of them of the 777s. I'm all over the place with my my commentary, aren't I? 3 777s, there it is. It's the A350-1000 off to San Diego, BA273 flight number of this British Airways jet with the reg Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Mike. Off it goes. Goodness say, I feel so sorry for that Bulgaria A220. Oh, speeding down the taxiway. It's like, come on, I can get in before the A350s, come on. But no, it's got to hold. It's got to hold, and now I think it's going to have to hold for this 787 as well. Now here's our next A350 once again. It's flight number VS19 off to San Francisco. This Airbus A350-1000 of Virgin Atlantic with the reg Golf Victor Tango Echo Alpha, or GVTEA, and it's a 3-year-old jet registered in July 2020. 22 minutes later than expected. And Mark White, good afternoon to you, saying great stream as always. Looking forward to tomorrow's stream from my local airport, Bristol. If you can land a plane there, you can land one anywhere, definitely. It's a relatively short runway, some interesting wind conditions, but yeah. Really appreciate you tuning in today, Mark. Great to have you on board with us. David saying all good with me, thanks. Just having a clear up around the house after the festivities. Let's see. Amazing. Garage to tackle next, which I'm not looking forward to. Just sit here and watch some Heathrow actions. Think about the garage later, David. And off the A350 goes. And Kiwinas saying, gotta go and do some shopping, catch you all later. Amazing stuff, Kiwinas. No worries, we will see you another time, and enjoy your day of shopping. Great to have you on board with us. Let's see, Sahan saying the Boeing 747 is coming at 1:40 p.m. I'm not lying. I'll definitely have to check that for you as well, just to confirm. If that is the case, be more than happy. Ollie Jordan, yeah, I see it. I think it's the Great Festival Creativity livery, isn't it? We'll capture that in a minute. BA223 on the runway off to Nashville. It's Boeing 787 Dreamliner with a Reg Golf Zulu Bravo Juliet Juliet. Yeah, don't see that 747 on the schedule for 1:40, so I don't think that's correct. Sharon saying, enjoy your retail therapy for to Kiwinas. There's the Great Festival of Creativity 777-200. Yeah, we haven't actually seen that one too often. We used to see it all the time with pretty much every stream a couple of months ago, until we, just had a gap where we didn't. Not sure why. But anyway, it's back now. We've got the Airbus A320 Neo on the runway now. Now this is going to be off to Manchester. Bit of a short route. It's flight number BA1394 with the Reg Golf Tango Tango November Tango, and it's a 1-year-old jet registered in October 2022. I'm speaking too fast, I can't even talk properly. It's a delay of 25 minutes for the departure time of this A320 Neo. And Michael Vivian Lewis saying, best aviation stream on YouTube. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Michael. Appreciate the kind words. Glad to hear that you think that. Amazing. Victor saying, nice cloudy day at Heathrow. Definitely is, isn't it? Scooty Scott, I will definitely check for you. And yes, Scooty Scott, unfortunately no Korean Air 777s for departure today on runway 27 right. I see Stuart saying, watching these streams is very therapeutic. Amazing. A nice chilled atmosphere with plenty of aviation actions, isn't it? Sharon saying 733s. That's pretty much what I was going to say when I was talking about those Air Canadas. Oh, and the A220 also not wasting much time. There it is, flight number FB852 for Bulgaria, A220-300 with the reg Lima Zulu Lima Oscar November off to Sofia. Now we usually see Lima Zulu Papa Alpha Romeo. That's the reg of the A220 that we usually see operate at London Heathrow. So a bit of a change this time. This one was registered in July 2023, so it's brand new. About 40 minutes late for its departure as well. And yeah, Stuart saying Leeds, Bradford and Bristol are both challenging airfields. They are. Definitely. Let's see, Hunt, welcome along. I hope I've said that correctly, but good afternoon to you. I think I need to invest in some earmuffs. That was so loud. Look at that. That's the Boeing 777-200 ER for you. You can see the dirty flaps. It's a special livery, the Great Festival of Creativity livery. Not sure, not too much of a fan of it, am I? It's not too creative, put it that way. But anyway, that was off to Philadelphia. Golf Yankee Mike Lima is the reg of that jet on flight number BA67. We've got the Air Canada 7879 Dreamliner off to Montreal, flight number AC865 with the reg Charlie Foxtrot Victor November Delta. Ollie Jordan saying at 1:40 PM we've got the A380 of Emirates scheduled to depart very, very soon. Thanks for that, Ollie. Is that going to be on time? Probably not, but we'll have to wait and see. Now this jet looks like it's going to be jumping the queue about halfway into the runway as well. Hey, look at that. Is that the A319? I think it might be. Let's see, it's off the radar now. It was just a second ago. I'm going to say that's an A319. The reg is not visible to us. Alright, that's a great start. In fact, is that... okay, EJ. Is that CJ? That is CJ. Charlie Juliet would be what this aircraft's registration is. So Golf Echo Uniform Charlie Juliet, probably. Oh no, it's not. It's Golf Delta Bravo Charlie Juliet. There it is. It is the Airbus A319. It looks awful small. Look how close that is. Just halfway into it, this A319 is going to rocket out of London Heathrow 27 right. Paul, good afternoon to you. Saying, afternoon Dunny, hope you're wrapped up and keeping well. Glad to see that the visibility has lifted. Yeah, Paul, really appreciate you tuning in and trying our best to keep warm, of course. But welcome along, Paul. We hope you're keeping well. Any specific departures that you're looking forward to today? I know you do like the departures at London Heathrow, don't you, Paul? Sharon saying, does anyone have any aviation themed goals for 2024? Mine is to go on an A220 and an A330. Ooh. What airline, Sharon, would that be on for both aircraft? Let us know. Don't really have a bucket list, really. Probably to just capture more 747s. This is becoming a rarity to see them, isn't it? Like the A319 with a throttle, you can hear it. There it is, full power. Ooh, quite a few people actually like the Great Festival of Creativity livery, so yeah, that's nice to hear. It's alright, they probably could have done a bit more with the creativity, in my opinion. Oh, and you've got another aircraft that's jumped the queue. Now that A319 is off to Zurich. Get the info on this jet in a minute, bear with us. Right, should appear on my radar any minute now. It was the A320 Neo of British Airways, I can tell you that. But where it's heading to, let's see. Still not on my radar. Right, where is that aircraft? Oh, there it is, back on the radar. It's heading to Dusseldorf, that A320neo with flight number BA940. The reg of that jet was Golf Tango Tango November Echo, and our next departure is going to be this 7879 Dreamliner. That's flight number BA263 off to Riyadh with the reg Golf Zulu Bravo Kilo Juliet. 7-year-old jet this is. 4,944 kilometers it's going to be traveling over to Riyadh. Let's see, Sharon saying, I've been wanting to visit Riga on Air Baltic's A220, but any will do. A330, I'd love to travel on a Korean 330. Ooh, interesting. I hear that the Air Baltic economy is actually pretty solid. I've seen a few pictures of the seating config, and it does look quite nice, I will be honest. If you do end up going on one, Sharon, make sure to get us a video of the Wookiee howl of the A220. I'd love to hear it. So that there is flight number UA147 for the United Airlines Boeing 767-300ER off to New York with the reg November 675 Uniform Alpha. And that jet is 23 years of age. Just 5 minutes late as well, so doing an amazing job with the timing. Air India is going to be our next arrival. Departure, that would be. So flight number AI128 for the Air India 7878 Dreamliner with the reg Victor Tango Alpha November Whiskey, and that will be off to Mumbai. 7-year-old jet it is. October 2016 was when it was registered, and it is 41 minutes later than expected. And Paul saying he's expecting, or no, he says, oh, I do, Danny. You know, it's my fave. Well, if I was dreaming a Queen would be nice, but any 777-300ER will do. Yeah, if we have got any Queens in there, Paul, I'll do my best to capture them, but I don't think we do. Yeah, we've got a ton of 777s, don't we? So you'll never get bored. Yeah, Air Baltic feature an A220 only fleet, don't they? And that actually helps out with costs quite a lot, because all of their flight crew, they only need to be trained on one type of aircraft, and that's the A220. That's what Ryanair have done. That's why they've got the 737s. Their pilots, all they need is obviously certification to fly the 737s, that's it. Of course, you know, excluding Lauda Airlines and their 320s, but it's cheaper. It's probably better and easier to fix or maintain. And there's the American jet off to Los Angeles LAX, flight number AA135 for the Boeing 777-300ER with a reg November 751 Alpha November. Now I'm going to look and see if we've got the Emirates jet or the Emirates A380, because that should have been a departure that we'd see right about now. Was 1:40 was when it was scheduled, wasn't it? Of course, we've got the Etihad and the Qatar jet, but they're due in at about 2 o'clock. Let's see, so that Emirates jet is not on the radar, but what we do have is a British Airways A380 off to Dubai. So the passengers off to Dubai on both the Emirates and the British Airways aircraft, you could probably tell which group of passengers are more lucky, because the BA380 jet is already on its way. In fact, I was talking about luckiness, but the BA380 off to Dubai has actually got a delay of about an hour, and it's still not even departed on runway 27 right. In fact, it's not even taxied to 27 right just yet. It is on taxi, it's not here just yet, but yeah, 2 Dubai flights, one's been delayed. It's finally moving now. Where's that A380? It's the it's the Expo livery as well, isn't it? No, it's the Destination Dubai special livery, so the Smarties livery. Now, still scheduled to depart at 1:48, so I'm assuming, where would that be? It's not on my radar, is it? Interesting, it's definitely somewhere at the airport. It will be crossing 27F very soon, very soon, yeah. It's the Expo livery, so that's going to be quite nice to watch. This is the 320neo off to Barcelona, flight number BA480 with a Reg Golf Tango November uniform. There's that Lufthansa 320neo with the old livery as well. Lufthansa, I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much for sending this livery. I love it way too much. Sick of seeing the new livery. Just not the same. LH907, some details on this. So yeah, flight number LH907 off to Frankfurt is this Airbus A320neo with the reg Delta Alpha India November Delta. It's a 7-year-old jet registered in July 2016. Now it's just 15 minutes late. I'm sure it can make back that time. Right, that Lufthansa jet, you can see there, I think that was the lights that just went on, the takeoff lights, wasn't it? I'm going to check now, we'll see. Yeah, Chris Clark saying the Qatar 777 cargo is pinging, yeah, I can see that as well. I'm looking on that side to see if we can see the Emirates A380. Not here just yet. Not too sure where that is. Alright, never mind the A380s, we've got the BA380 to watch, so yeah, we can wait a tad longer for that Emirates A380. At least we've got this one here. And this one, off to Dubai, it's registered as Golf X-Ray Lima Echo Golf. It's flight number BA107, and it's the Airbus A380-800, that's 9 years of age. April 2014 was when it was registered. Of course, I will cover the info on that once again. BA3784 departure now. It's off to Toulouse. It's going to be an Airbus A320neo of British Airways with the Reg Golf Tango November Lima. Sharon saying, I feel like I was third wheeling with Aviation Hunters and the Lufthansa 320 colours. I love them way too much, Sharon. I really do. Alrighty, on the runway now is what looks to be an A320-200. Don't take my word for it, it might be an A319, but I think it might be the 320. So it's on my radar now, so I can actually check. It is E200, yes. So it's flight number BA732 off to Geneva. It's the A320 CEO with the Reg Golf Echo Uniform Yankee Yankee, and it is a 9-year-old jet registered in September 2014. I was saying take my word for it because it wasn't picking up on my radar. I'm not too sure why Flight Radar does this, but there you are. We've got the ATR 72600, which has just arrived from the Isle of Man. That's an arrival on 27 left. That's just taxiing back to a stand. We should be seeing that depart towards the end of the stream. We've got a quick turnaround time, those aircraft. Of course, it is a small jet. Ken saying, will we ever see a limp windsock again? Honestly, with the way the weather has been going recently, probably not. Well, we had like 2 or 3 storms. Some weather info for you all. Let me just get the app open. Bear with me, we'll get it after this departure. Alright, some weather info for you all here at London Heathrow. We have got wind blowing at 200 degrees at 30 knots. We've got 3 layers of clouds, one scattered at 2,000 feet, broken clouds at 2,400 feet, and broken at 4,600 feet. So that's 3 layers. We've got visibility of 10 kilometers now, and temperatures of 11 degrees Celsius, that is. Now, they say they're rising, but it really feels like it's getting colder. Let's see, Mike saying Singapore Airlines cargo 747-400 currently over Germany with an ETA into London Heathrow at 2:58. The reg is 9 Victor Sierra Foxtrot Kilo, and it's 21 years of age. Thanks for that, Mike. Is that actually going to be an arrival into London Heathrow? Is that going to divert into, let's say, Amsterdam, like it usually does? Yeah, Mike, we'll definitely keep an eye out on that Singapore 747, but I am thinking that it's going to obviously make a stop over at Amsterdam, so I don't think it will be arriving at 2:58. Is that 747 actually the one that's scheduled to arrive about 7 PM, Mike? Please do let us know. Now there's the A380, and there's well, there's the Expo jet, so I'm talking about a different A380. I think I was referring to the arriving A380 of Emirates, not the departing one. Let's see. Alright, so the Etihad 380 has been delayed till 2:34. There's the Expo jet. Or the destination Dubai special, you could say. Look at that, the colours on that are amazing. Now where's that Emirates 380? It's set to depart at 1:40. But that aircraft is just not here. Actually, no it is. It's just crossed over 27 left. Oh, so it is here. It's somewhere around the airport at least. In fact, is that crossing over? Is that pushing back? I think that actually might be pushing back. But we'll just have to wait and see. I think this is the 321neo of British Airways. Yes, it is, off to Geneva. Flight number BA788. Golf November Echo Oscar Zulu will be the reg of this jet. Andrea Trace, welcome along. Yep, you're doing well. Saying hi all, I'm newish. Here and late to the party today. This is a great stream. Really appreciate that, Trace. It's really great to have you on board with us. David saying I live 2 minutes from the sea here in Eastbourne. Very rough sea here right now. Infinite Flight 2017 was saying, has there ever been a case where a runway was used for both takeoffs and landing at London Heathrow? We've got a few rogue arrivals when we see the departing aircraft actions, but yeah, pretty much. So it's a few rogue arrivals where obviously they arrive on the runway of the departing traffic. It's not often we see it, but it's occasionally. We've definitely seen it quite a few times before. Now this is BA225, the British Airways 7878 Dreamliner with the reg Golf Zulu Bravo Juliet Bravo off to New Orleans. The A380 is next up. And there you are. That's going to be our next departure. This mighty King of the Skies jet. It's flight number BA107 already moving off to Dubai. It goes, the A380-800 with the reg Golf X-Ray Lima Echo Golf. It's an hour and 10 minutes late, and it's a 9-year-old 380. Off it goes with a wet spray as well. King of the Skies for you. Look at that. And if you like the A380 actions, don't go anywhere yet. We've got the Etihad A380, the Qatar A380 and the Emirates A380 due to depart very, very soon. Starting off with an Emirates A380, which is on the radar. It's not at 27 right just yet, but it is nearby. I will tell you actually where it is. So it is, or has just pushed back by the looks of it. Flight number EK2 if you'd like to track that for yourselves on flight radar. You can also see on flight radar it looks to be that both Emirates jets are having a bit of a standoff on this taxiway. You've got the one that has just arrived and the one that is set to depart very, very soon. It's just facing each other off. Anyway, you've got this A320-200 with the retrofitted sharklets on board on the runway now. That's going to be our next departure. It's not on my radar just yet, but I will give you the info when it is. Behind should be a TAP here, Portugal, for departure. It's either that or the two British Airways A320s. In fact, I think one of them is the A319. But yeah, the A320 just sitting on the runway now. Now, whilst we wait for that to depart, what we can see is what you could describe as a death stare from this 777-200ER of United Airlines with an aircraft behind, and the aircraft behind would be, not to my knowledge, I'm not actually too sure. It looks like an A319 or a 320. I think that's a 319. It's got really small engines, but I'm not sure what jet in specific. In fact, I think it might be the Lufthansa. I think it might be the Lufthansa 320 off to Munich, but we'll confirm with that. Surprised it's not the Neo, but look at that 777. Alright, the A320 with the sharklets just about to pass the shot now. said, the A320 and the Neo appeared out of nowhere as well. There it is, lovely. Lovely climb out of London Heathrow. That's off the Paris CDG, that A320-200 with flight number BA314 and Reg Golf Echo Uniform Yankee X-Ray. Anyway, that's a 777 for you. That's going to be our next departure, that BA jet that you can just about see. And that looks to be 319. Yeah, it was the Airbus A319 after all. There it goes. Quick climb out as well, look at that. A nice early rotation. That's the Airbus A319 for you, not needing much runway whatsoever. You've got the lights on for that United 777, don't you? There you go, that's the taxi light. Anyway, the A319, some info on that. That was a flight to Glasgow, flight number BA1485, with the registered jet being Golf Echo Uniform Oscar Foxtrot. Now you've got the TAP Air Portugal 320 Neo off to Lisbon with the reg Charlie Sierra Tango Victor Juliet or CS TVJ. The Emirates A380 is now beginning its taxi to 27 right. Luckily, it's not going to need to cross over 27 left, so we should be seeing it on 27 right shortly. And Steve and Elaine, welcome along, good afternoon. We hope you're both keeping well and we hope you're enjoying the content. It's really nice to have you on board with us once again. You can just about see there in the background that Emirates 380. The camera is just not focusing today. I think it's all of the rain that was on the camera earlier, wasn't it? Lovely departure. Now that A380 better come to our runway in no time. That's the E295 by the looks of it. Of KLM anyway. You've got the A320 Neo just skipping the queue a tad. And also there's just no info on this aircraft whatsoever. Once again, it's not on my radar. Jumping ahead of the 787-9 Dreamliner of British Airways, of course. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, Mike saying flight radar 24 giving the Singapore 747 straight into London Heathrow. Yeah, they do that quite often. And then out of nowhere, it'll say it diverts into Amsterdam. I'm not too sure why they do that. It's like almost like a layover, but yeah. And that's the 787-9 Dreamliner heading to Mexico City, BA243. This British Airways jet with the Reg Golf Zulu Bravo Kilo Romeo. And the version 350 behind. Chiron saying, did that 777 give you a little flash? Maybe. I think it was more of the taxi lights that they had going on. So we can consider it a bit of a flash. Now I think that's an Air Algérie jet. I think it is, yeah. It's the A330-200. It's taxiing to 27 right by the looks of it. You've got the Virgin Atlantic 350-1000 also on the runway. Now this jet would be heading to New York JFK, flight number VS45, where the reg of this jet is Golf Victor Juliet Alpha Mike, or GVJAM. It's a 4-year-old aircraft, registered in July 2019, and it is an hour late. And Chris saying, if you didn't see Danny's last stream, he was he very cleverly orchestrated the Three Kings at Heathrow for Christmas. It was a wonderful end into the stream. Yeah, I think you should probably say a big thank you to the air traffic controllers that managed to make that happen. It was BA, Etihad, and was it Qatar, I think, or was it Singapore? I can't quite remember. It was 3 A380s though that departed, one after the other. It was amazing. Got the American Airlines aircraft on the move now off to Dallas. The 777-300ER with flight number AA21. How loud they are. And Edgard, welcome along from Rio, Brazil. We hope you're keeping well. Virginia saying, I'll try to guess their destinations. I do that a lot myself, but it's sometimes because I'm so used to being here and I recognize pretty much every route and every sort of timing that they come out of, if that sort of makes sense. I know, for example, you know, let's say 140, that's the Emirates A380 and it's going to be Dubai. I literally know even, you know, every sort of route that a majority of these airliners operate from London Heathrow. What's Aegean is Athens, Lufthansa's Frankfurt, Munich, and even that Salzburg flight. So many more. Air France is always Paris. But yeah, Chris saying you should stay dry for the rest of your stream now, Danny, hopefully. That's the British Airways Boeing 777-200ER. Yeah, hopefully it stays dry. I mean, we've got a few rough-looking grey clouds heading towards us, but hopefully there's no rainfall. Fingers crossed. We've got the Delta 767-400, that would be. Bit of a weird place that they've stored it. Stored it on this stand here. They never usually store it here. Wonder if they lack room. And the Starlines jet we've got here as well. The United Airlines Boeing 777-200ER off to San Francisco, flight number UA949, and the reg of this jet is November 798 Uniform Alpha. So what I can spot for the next departures is going to be an Air Algérie 330. That's the 200. Now you've got this Starlines livery that I actually wasn't expecting. I think that's Air India on their 777-300ER. You've got the Emirates A380, the BA320neo, the BA319, the Air France A220, the Lufthansa 320neo. That's not the neo, that's the 320ceo. Those winglets definitely tricked me. It's the engines that look tiny. That's definitely the 320 CEO. Now we've got 2 aircrafts here, but this one's going to be the one first to depart. It's flight number BA836 off to Dublin. It's the Airbus A320-200 of British Airways with the reg Golf Echo Uniform November. It's a 21-year-old jet registered in November 2002. Chris Clark saying Tanny would probably really enjoy a hot crumpet right about now. Yeah, I definitely would. With a nice layer of butter on top. Just to symbolise the smooth landings on 27 left. And I'm not too sure I pronounce it. I think is it How or Zhao? I'm not too sure. I do apologise. But welcome to economy membership. Really appreciate that obviously generosity. Enjoying the perks, and it's really great to have you on board with us. Virginia saying my guessing percentage for correct destinations is extremely low. I mean, the more you watch the London Heathrow actions, the more you get used to what aircraft is what and which aircraft is heading where. So yeah, Virginia, you'll get it to about an 80% correction rate very, very soon. Trust me. There's the A321neo. Off to Stockholm, flight number BA780, where the reg of this jet is Golf November Echo Oscar Whiskey. The traffic here at London Heathrow, they really are teasing us, aren't they? Oh, a bit shaky for that A321neo. And what I mean by teasing is that we've got the Emirates A380, it is in sight, but it's not going to be departing just yet. You've got all of these small aircraft that the air traffic controllers have to clear. They've got to depart before the A380, of course. Now, I'm going to say I don't think we'll see flight number QR4, the Qatar Airways A380s. That's been delayed until 2:53. So unless miraculously that delay turns to 0 and it does depart on time, then I don't think we'll be seeing it on 27 right. And this here is flight number LH2475 off to Munich. It's the Airbus A320-200 hosting this flight, as opposed to the usual 320 neos and sometimes even the 321 neos. The reg of the A320 is Delta Alpha India Uniform Bravo, and it's a 9-year-old A320 CEO, registered in January 2014. Now I'm going to say we've got, let's count, 1, 2, 3 smaller aircraft, and then the train of heavy aircraft should begin. Up next is this A320neo off to Bologna, or Bologna, I'm not too sure how you say it. It's flight number BA542, and the reg of this jet is Golf Tango Tango November Charlie. Ian saying safe journey back down the M4 later. Looking forward to the Bristol Airport stream tomorrow. An airport I use a lot. Hashtag KLM, hashtag EasyJet. Amazing stuff. Really appreciate that, Ian. We'll definitely watch out for all of the rainy motorway actions. We might do some car spotting. But yeah, no, really appreciate the wishes, Ian. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And that's off to Frankfurt, this Airbus A319. Flight number BA908. Golf Echo Uniform Papa Sierra will be the reg of that jet. And we've got one more aircraft, and then we'll have the train of heavy aircraft departures. And this is our smallest aircraft, at least so far that we've seen today. It's the A220. We've got the ATR expected later on, but yeah. The A220-300 of Air France headed to Paris CDG, where flight number AF1681 is registered as Foxtrot Hotel Zulu Uniform Mike, and off it goes. 1 year of age this jet is. Alright, now we've got the Emirates A380 wasting no time on the runway now. It's got a bit of a delay, so I'm sure they want to line up and, you know, depart as soon as possible. Max with a €2 donation saying, "Hello Aviation, how are you doing?" I'm doing very, very well, thank you, Max. And how are you doing? Really appreciate the donation there. Flight number EK2 for the Emirates A380-800 with the reg Alpha 6 Echo Victor Sierra, or A6 EVS, off to Dubai. It's an hour late. In fact, it's not an hour late, it's about 35 minutes if I do the maths. And it's a 2-year-old A380, registered in March 2021. Lined up 27 right, so it's going to be a nice close-up departure of this Airbus A380 of Emirates. Flight number EK2, you might get a bit of wet spray, depends on if these engines can pull off some of the standing rain on the runway. Lukey there is. And David, good afternoon to you, saying hope you're well. I'm doing very well, thank you. And how are you doing, David? Really appreciate you tuning in today. Virginia saying, I must be stupid, but why do they want the smaller planes to leave the A380 to leave behind the before the A380? You're not stupid, I'll tell you that. We're always here to learn, and it's because of, you know what, I'll tell you after. These engines are way too loud. And that there is the Emirates King of the Skies Airbus A380 on for departure. You can see there, slight crosswind, just tilting the aircraft towards the left hand side. The 4-engine beast with an amazing departure, and 27 right, off to Dubai it goes. And yeah, Virginia, to answer your question, obviously the air traffic control towers want these smaller aircraft to depart in front of the bigger ones because of the sort of wind that they leave behind when they depart. So it makes sense for the smaller aircraft to depart in front of the bigger ones. So it's all about the wind that the bigger aircrafts leave behind, making it a struggle for the smaller jets to depart. It's almost as a headwind, you could think of it as. And Meta Football TV, really appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you another time. Here's the Air Algeria jet next for departure. It's the Airbus A330-200 off to Algiers. Flight number AH2055, and the reg of this jet is 7 Tango Victor Juliet Alpha. Look at that climb. Effortless. There is Paul saying, loving the stream, Danny. Awesome work. Really appreciate that, Paul. And we've also got this aircraft. And that's a special. It's the Air India Special Star Alliance jet. It's on board the Boeing 777-300ER off to Delhi with the reg Victor Tango Alpha Lima Juliet. And it's flight number AI112, where the 777 is 16 years of age, registered in September 2007. And those engine covers really do remind me of the engine covers of the Swiss jets that we see sometimes. Obviously, some of these Swiss aircrafts have sort of reddish orange engine covers, and you could see that was the case with the Air India. At least partly it was. Half of it was red, half of it was white. There's the American 777-200ER on the runway. Julio, good morning to you over in Brazil. We hope you're doing well. Sharon saying, I wonder if BA or Cityfly will be ordering the A220 in the future. I reckon they will. I mean, you've got Lufthansa, and their Lufthansa City Line orders for the A220s, don't they? So I assume British Airways will probably follow along with them. But yeah, I mean, the A220s are beginning to obviously gain in popularity. Obviously, you've got Lufthansa in their massive order of aircraft. So I'm sure British Airways probably follow them and order a few Airbus jets. I mean, it would make sense for them to use the A220s at obviously London City. That's one of the routes they could operate their A220s out of. Of course, they've got the E190s currently. I wonder if they'll invest in the E195 E2s or E290s. But yeah, definitely something that I'm interested in as well, Sharon. This is flight number JU381 for this Air Serbia A319 off to Belgrade with the reg Yankee Uniform Alpha Papa Delta. It's a 19-year-old jet registered in October 2004. It should have departed an hour ago. Back with the A319s as well. We had the Airbus A320s of Air Serbia recently, didn't we? But they're back. Nadia joining us from the Algiers. Welcome along. We hope you're doing well. Eric joining us from Michigan. Welcome along, Eric. We hope the weather is much better over in Michigan than it is at London Heathrow. It's dreadful. Right, so we will have this A319 and probably the KLM 737-800, and then I'm guessing the Aer Lingus and Eurowings jets, and then heavier aircraft will then depart. There's the Virgin 330. Now, is that pushed back, or is that just being moved to stand? I think that's actually going to be a departure, you know. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll have to just keep watching, really, won't we? I wonder what that ground crew is doing. Rampaging. just passing us now is the KLM 737-800 with the reg Papa Hotel Bravo X-Ray Whiskey or PHBXW off to Amsterdam with the flight number KL1012. Off that goes. Now you know what, that Virgin Atlantic aircraft might actually be just be moved into stand, you know. Let's see, we're still watching it. I think it, ooh, actually, questionable. See, it's got a flight number of VS222, but it's got no destination available. It's the Airbus A330 with the reg Golf Victor Romeo Alpha Yankee. It's pinged up on the radar. And that's the Aer Lingus A320neo off to Shannon, flight number EI385 with the reg Echo India November Sierra Charlie. Yeah, that A330 is being moved into stand. There you can see. Has got the flight number though. Interesting. Emily Forever saying, will you be streaming during the middle to end of January? Yes, we will. Of course, saying love your streams, by the way, really appreciate that. But yes, we will. And that's the Airbus A321neo. It joined the runway quite early, but there you go, roaring away. Look at that climb, stunning. They never get old, they really don't. Now the Eurowings 319 for departure next. That's off to Hamburg. The Airbus A319 with the reg Delta Alpha Golf Whiskey Lima, and its flight number EW7463. And Regan Farmer, welcome to Premium Economy membership. Really appreciate you joining membership. Enjoy the perks. And good news, we've got the Etihad 380. That's taxiing, so that's going to be a 27 right departure. No news on the Qatar jet just yet. I don't think we'll see that though. But yeah, the Etihad jet should be coming down to 27 right. But as I was saying, Regan Farmer, welcome to Premium Economy. Please enjoy the perks, and it's a pleasure to have you on board with us in Premium Economy. Denise N saying hello from Dublin, loving the stream. Really appreciate that, Denise. It's great to have you on board with us over in Dublin. I'm guessing you're a fan of these Aer Lingus aircrafts, Denise. Probably quite used to seeing them over at Dublin, aren't you? Off to New York JFK is this Boeing 777-300ER with flight number BA115. The reg of this jet is Golf Sierra Tango Bravo Lima. And you've got one 777, you've got another 777, you've got a whole train of them here. And this one, is this the 300? I think this might be the... No, it's the 200, I think. Oh, we'll have to see. I think this is actually the 200ER. 777. And Paul saying I'm back after putting away the washing. What have I missed? Would have been the Emirates A380, I think. And a bunch of 777s. That's as usual, Paul. Denny's saying too many here. I love the variety in London. Spent 2 days plane spotting in London Heathrow last year. Amazing. It's such a variety, isn't it? You've got airlines, aircraft, you've got literally everything here. And Sharon with a really generous 5 gifted Aviation Hunters memberships. Really appreciate that, Sharon. That's amazing stuff, Sharon. Really, really thankful for that. Massive thank you. This is flight number BA119, the British Airways Boeing 777-200ER with the Reg Golf Yankee Mike Hotel, and that's off to Bengaluru. Now it's going to be travelling 8,051 kilometres, and it's expected to arrive at Bengaluru at 4:55 in the morning. It's a 23-year-old jet, this is, registered in September 2000. And Anonymous, good afternoon to you. Let's see, Joy G, good evening to you over in Nairobi, Kenya. We hope you're doing well. I'm not sure if you'll see any of the Kenya Airways 787s today. But yeah, welcome. We hope you're keeping well. Now, what have we next? Let's see, my flight radar needs to update. There it is. It is going to be flight number BA890 for this Airbus A320-200 on the runway now. It's heading to Sofia with the Reg Golf Echo Uniform Kilo, and it's a 21-year-old jet registered in October 2002. It's 32 minutes late, and behind should be this, where you can just about see the nose of that Airbus A321 neo, by the looks of it, of British Airways. We've got a United 767-300ER in the hangar. It's featuring the Star Alliance livery as well. The Etihad Airways A380 is just crossing over 27 left now, and will be making its way on over to 27 right. That is flight number EY20 if you'd like to check that out. We've got the Airbus A350-1000, the British Airways also taxiing in front of us now. There it goes, really good stuff. There's the A321neo on the runway now. You see the windsock as well, active as always. Anyway, some info on this jet. It is flight number BA994 off to Berlin. This British Airways A321neo with the Reg Golf November Echo Oscar uniform is a 4-year-old jet registered in April 2019, and it is almost an hour late for its departure time. Really nice stuff. And here's the Etihad 380. At least you can see the tail of it. That Cathay Pacific jet, you can just see the 777-300ER just sort of blocking our viewpoint a bit. But we will see a nice closer departure of that jet. We've got flight number LX333 up next. That's going to be a Swiss 320neo with a Reg Hotel Bravo Juliet Delta Charlie off to Zurich. Chris saying, oh, I wish it was June, you know, and Danny could stay this till the golden hour at 9:30 p.m. I literally would be more than happy to do so. That's why I'm so excited for obviously summertime. Although it's quite some time away, it will definitely be worth it. I mean, we can continue a stream up until 10 p.m. and it'll still be bright. But yeah, it really would be amazing, wouldn't it be, Chris? I mean, what is it? It gets dark at 4 p.m. now, isn't it? It's terrible. Perks of winter. And Sharon Gaddy, good afternoon to you. We hope you're keeping well. Saying hello, just ran across this channel. So very interesting. Really appreciate that, Sharon. Glad to hear that you think this way. And it's really a pleasure to have you on board with us. We hope you're enjoying the content, of course. There's the A320neo, British Airways, amazing. Gary saying, afternoon all, not long now till I fly out to Barbados on the 10th. Still praying you'll be the 330neo, LOL. I've got my fingers crossed for you, Gary. I definitely do. You could check that actually on Skyscanner. Check your same flight all of your time, and then there's a way that you can see your aircraft. I'm not too sure if it's 100% accurate, but it does give you a good indication. Delta 330neo this is. So flight number DL1874, this Delta Airlines A330-900 or Neo with a reg November 420 Delta X-Ray off to Los Angeles LAX it goes. Love the A330neo. Grown to like it so much. It's just the sunshades, there's something about them. But yeah, Gary, as I was saying, if you check Skyscanner, find your aircraft, or at least, you know, the ticket that they would be advertising on Skyscanner, and then go into more details. And it should give you the aircraft, obviously like the seat, the seat pitch and everything. I do that quite often as well. This jet here is flight number BA81 to Accra. It's the A350-1000 with the reg Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Oscar. It's brand new. June 2023 was when this one was registered. Sharon saying 24-hour stream. You know what? Maybe if I can keep awake for that long, might have to do an all-nighter at London Heathrow Airport. At that point, it would probably break YouTube. And Sharon saying subscribed and liked. Really appreciate that, Sharon. Amazing support for the channel. Really appreciate that. Let's see, Quadwo, good morning to you, or good afternoon yet. Good afternoon, we hope you're doing well. Kerry saying, will the team be there on the 10th? I can check. If it's a Saturday, definitely. It's the 10th, it's a Wednesday. Unfortunately not, Gary, got no plans for the 10th. But we wish you a pleasant journey, and I will be tracking it for you, Gary. I definitely will be. Let's see, Gary saying slap some Virgin stickers on it, and I'll get on it, LOL. Being on flight radar, and it's all been just 3:30, just going into Barbados. You might not be as lucky to get the 350, Gary. I think as long as all of us have our fingers crossed for you, there's always a chance, Gary. On the runway now is going to be BA722 off to Geneva. It's the Airbus A319 with the reg Golf Echo uniform Papa Yankee. NBC Vegas saying I'll be flying that Delta flight to LAX in February, the 777. There you've got BA1312 now. It's the A320 CEO off to Aberdeen with the reg Golf Echo uniform Golf. It's 21 years of age. There it goes. You've got an A350-1000 of British Airways on the way as well. Now you've got the Qatar A380, but will that make it to 27 right? Let's see. Is it crossed over? No, it's not. It's not crossed over. So I'm assuming... Oh, my best guess is that that Qatar jet is going to be waiting for 27 left operations. Now this Air Canada jet that we're just focusing on now, heading to Vancouver, is definitely got to, you know, speed up, because he's way too slow if he's going to make it before the alternations. I mean, we've got 18 minutes and we've got quite a few jets. We've got the Etihad 380 next in line after this Aer Lingus. In fact, let's focus on the lineup. Look at that. That Aer Lingus was off to Cork, flight number EI715. On board the A320neo, but this here is flight number EY20, the Etihad Airways Airbus A380-800 with the reg Alpha 6 Alpha Papa India. Now this is off to Abu Dhabi, set to travel 5,521 kilometers, and it's almost an hour delayed. Is this flight to Abu Dhabi? It's a 7-year-old jet registered in October 2016. Off it goes. Look at that. You can't go wrong with this aircraft, can you? Look at it. Wow, what a jet that was. That was the Etihad Airways Airbus A380. Look at that. We've got the Air Canada 777 with the eyeliner. They've wanted that to look like a Neo. Just kidding. Retrofitted sunshades. Painted on. Stunning livery, this Air Canada, isn't it? Love it. The toothpaste livery though, it takes my heart a bit more than this one though. Helen saying, hey, just subscribed, I love this. We're off to Dubai next month on the A380 and looking forward to it. Amazing, Helen. Really appreciate the support and have a safe journey off to Dubai. Is that with Emirates or British Airways? Please do let us know. It's one of the two. Gary saying, thank you, loving the stream, and thanks for being out here in the weather for us to see this. No worries, Gary. As long as you're all enjoying it, that's all that matters to me. Let's see, MDC Vega saying he didn't even stop. Indeed, turn and burn it was. And I'm not sure, is Virginia still watching? You can see there, you've got this aircraft lined up. He's probably just waiting for all of the wind that A380 is just blowed behind it. It's either that or it's waiting for clearance. It's one of the two. But you can see the windsock. It's just been in action all day. It really has. And you can see one in the background as well. Sure, I'm saying the A380 just making sure the remainder of the water is off the runway for the arrivals in 15 minutes. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's like, Danny, I don't think you've had enough of this this weather or this water. Let me just splash you around with a bit more. It smells of jet fuel. It's amazing. I'm not complaining. And that's BA446 off to Amsterdam. It's the Airbus A319 with our Edge Golf Echo Uniform Delta. Is that another A380 on the way? Now what is this? We've got an A380 train and it's all of the British Airways A380s today. Look at this. Now this one you can see is taxiing a bit faster than usual. They definitely want to make it before the alternations. It's 13 minutes left and as it stands there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aircraft, not including this A380. That need to depart on runway 27 right. It can definitely make it, just has to speed up. It's the one off to Miami. And Flavio, welcome along. We hope you're doing well. Chris saying, are you doing it again, trying to organise the Three Kings? Trying my best. I need the air traffic controller's help. But I don't think we'll get the Three Kings this time. That Qatar A380 has decided, you know, I've had enough of the taxi. I'll just be waiting for 27 left. In fact, I've completely lied. Right, that Qatar A380 was holding on the other side of 27 left. He's just crossed over. So, it seems like we might get 2 A380 departures at the same time. Or at least one after the other. That's what I meant. You know what, that Qatar jet, it better not be throwing me off. Chiron responding to Chris saying, I'm starting to think that Danny has a deal going with the air traffic control tower. I wish. That would be amazing. Right, I'm watching that Qatar A380 saying, yeah, Mike is saying Qatar A380 crossing 27 left. It seems as if it, I'm not sure, is it taxiing to 27 right, or is it just waiting on a different taxiway on 27 left? I mean, there was no reason for it to cross. I think it's heading to 27 right. I'm just looking out for it. Anyway, you've got the A350 1000 of British Airways up next. That's on runway 27 right. And I can see the A380's tail. Not the British Airways A380, of course, but the Qatar A380. And it is taxiing to 27. Is that right or left? Oh, I'm not sure. It's an interesting one. Is it going to be turning left? I'm tracking it on the radar. It is. I think it's 27 right, you know. You can see there the tail of that aircraft really close to the runway upon departure. Amazing stuff. Look at that. You can see slight crabbing on departure. And I'm trying to look for some info on you for you all on that A350, but there it is on my radar finally. That was flight number BA289 off the Phoenix Airbus A350 1000 with the Reg Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Papa. And there's that Qatar A380 27 right confirmed. It's going to be two A380s to finish off today's show as well. Two mega 380 departures. There's the Egypt Air 777 off to Cairo. It's a 300 ER. And yeah, really appreciate that, John. Really glad to have you on board with us. Becky Waller, good afternoon to you. We hope you're keeping well. Let's see, Sharon saying the suspense. Yeah, I mean, you got the two A380s, so you've got 4 more aircrafts for departure on runway 27 right. So these are the last 4. That's here, Canada for you. You've got the Virgin Atlantic and then the two A380s. Amazing stuff. I do apologise with the camera work. I know it's not been the best today. It's so difficult in this weather, it really is. That's a stunning 777 departure. Now we've got the third to last aircraft to depart. Off to Orlando is flight number VS91. It's the Virgin Atlantic 330-300 with the Reg Golf Victor Whiskey Alpha Golf. An 11-year-old A330 for Virgin Atlantic. Amazing, that's the A330 for you now. The suspense, the two aircrafts you've all been waiting for, the two A380s, British Airways and Qatar. Now we saw this, I think it was during the last stream, wasn't it? Unfortunately the Etihad 380 is missing, but here it is, the British Airways Airbus A380 on the runway now off to Miami. I think the previous A380s pretty much knocked off every single water droplet on the runway. It's super dry now, ready for the arrivals. And there you go, that's a one of two A380s. So double A380 actions, everyone. That's the BA380 off to Miami, and now we've got the mighty king of the skies, the Qatar A380 off to Doha. QR4 flight number, Alpha 7 Alpha Papa Golf would be the reg of this year, and off to Doha it goes, the 8th most tracked aircraft worldwide, this 7-year-old 380. You can see there how tilted that A380 is. You've got the runway inspections taking place now as well, ready for the runway alternations. Look at that, sideways practically. And you can see there how far that's gone. So off to Doha that goes. And that's going to be the end of today's show, everyone. So talk about a finale. We've got two A380s finishing off the stream. Probably not as good as the three A380 King of the Skies that we saw during the last stream, but still, we've got the Qatar and the British Airways jet just to finish us off. So yes, that's the end of today's show at London Heathrow. I'm going to say a massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in during today's show. A massive thank you to all of the people that have joined membership, who have liked, subscribed. Obviously, you know, we really appreciate your support. It's amazing, and we've got such an amazing community, and we're all thankful for all of you all, guys. Obviously, tuning in for the London Heathrow action. So a massive thank you to you all that have joined the London Heathrow actions. Now we have got a Bristol Airport stream scheduled for tomorrow. We're not 100% sure if we will be going. The weather is looking absolutely terrible, but we will be posting a community post later on today to just let you all know and clarify if we will be going to Bristol Airport tomorrow or not. It's a short runway, it's prone to many go-arounds, it's supposed to be 40-mile-per-hour winds, so a lot can happen. A lot can happen at Bristol Airport. So yeah, once again, a massive thank you to all of the supporters of the channel. Welcome along to all of our new members. Really a massive thank you to all of the people that obviously donated during the course of the show. And yeah, that's it for us. So if we are back at Bristol Airport tomorrow, we will be live from 1 PM, but obviously please do wait for the clarification. We will post that later on today. But yeah, that's it from us. If we aren't live at Bristol Airport tomorrow, a very happy new year to you all, and we'll see you in 2024 if we're not at Bristol next year, or tomorrow I should say. But yeah, a happy new year to you all, and hopefully we'll see you at Bristol Airport tomorrow. Stay safe everyone, and keep warm. See you all soon.